Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Rotogrip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7, by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Rotogrip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7, by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Rotogrip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors,
All right, everybody, welcome to round 4, qualifying round 4 of the Agent Ong Strikes Back Open here in Phoenix, Arizona, coming to you from Kyrene Bowl, Bolero. I am joined by the most well-known, world-renowned international player probably ever. His name is synonymous with Storm and has been for many, many years. Tim Mack is joining me in the booth. Tim?
Matt, thanks for the kind words, but just happy to be in Arizona, happy to be part of this event with my dear friend Carl Ong, and I love what he's trying to do, here to infuse, a really, really, really reputable tournament here on a very difficult lane condition with a lot of support. Obviously, he's got a lot of sponsors, and we'll mention those. But just very thankful to be part of the event and be part of this. I believe this is the second annual Agent Ong Open. So anytime you can come from where it's getting a little colder to where it's still a little warmer, for an old man like me, it's always a good thing.
Good on the bones.
Good on the bones.
Good
right?
on the bones. And they got something for everybody here. 209 and under, you get 7 pins a game. 210 and over, plus the seniors or women, you get 5 pins a game. 210 plus, if you're a member of PWA or PBA, you're going to be scratched. So I mean, he's really trying to get a multitude of skill abilities out here and balance them out, and try to have something for everybody.
Reminds me of a tournament that you and I have called many times over the years, right? One of our favorite tournaments that you and I have worked at, the TAT tournament in Las Vegas with Jamie McWilliams, who we also, we're very privileged and proud to be a partner of his in that event. But Yeah, it's really really cool. It's unique. I showed up late last night, and in the action match that we had, which was fantastic, by the way, it was on a brutally hard lane condition, and then I realized the brutally hard lane condition is the tournament condition.
It is.
I'm like, oh my god. So, which leads us to where we are today. This is squad number 4, we talk about the scoring pace, and we talked about it last night, Matt. Anything over the card, anything 1,200 or above, we feel like you're going to be having an opportunity for that major prize of $10,000 at the end of the week.
Yep, and the entire prize fund is guaranteed, no matter what, no matter how many entries comes in.
It's great.
Carl is guaranteeing the money, and he told me, he said, if I lose $8,000 at the end of the week, I lose $8,000. He goes, I am fully committing every single penny to this prize.
He's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, he is.
He's obviously, listen, Carl's been a friend of mine for close to 30 years. He also has been in bowling for a long time. He's a big supporter of it. And, hats off to him and his staff for coming up with this idea. And what a great place to have the event here in just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, where this event is being contested. So you mentioned the number of bowlers, but this squad has 44 bowlers on it. So we see a nice turnout for this squad, and what I think we're going to see a huge Saturday.
Yep.
Where the squads are going to be basically sold out.
Yep.
And it's going to be tough to get a spot. So if you don't have one, or you're on the live stream and you're watching us, I don't know if anybody's on right now yet, but yeah, it's going to be a tough to get a spot in this event.
Yep, absolutely. I agree. And, you alluded at the scoring pace being very conservative here.
Conservative is kind, I think.
That's a pretty nice word for it, I tell you what. It just seems like when the players make any sort of error, it's instant 6 or 7 with a circle.
Yeah, doesn't it remind you, though, of how bowling was previously, where it was, a paramount on speed control, ball surface, accuracy, angle. Shot making, exactly, shot making, which is why you should be out here on the lanes and not in the back here, even though I know your name shirt retired, but have more eagles than anybody I know. And, an incredible bowler yourself for decades, and still got a lot of gas in the tank, and
saving it. I gotta save it for the 50 tour. That's where I'm.
You're gonna pull a John Janowitz. Speaking of John Janowitz, let's congratulate him on
how about that?
His incredible second year performance on the PBA 50.
Hall of Fame eligible within 2 years.
Yeah, I'd like to know Hall of Fame eligible and how many tournaments.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
how many tournaments? Because he won 5 times this year. I believe he won two or three last year with a major as well.
Yep.
It's impressive.
It really is.
Speaking of impressive, the field is impressive. Right in front of us, we've got 7-time titleist Robert Smith that's
U.S.
bowling.
Open.
Yeah, U.S. Open champion. We got Darren Tang, PBA champion that's bowling.
Down on 3 and 4 there. Or 5 and 6.
Tim Cagle, who's right here in front of us, who made a great run at the tour trials. In August this year, almost solidified a spot in the PBA tour. He's bowling. GT3 Greg Thompson's bowling. It's just a strong field, and we do know, we have heard rumors that that other young guy, two-handed guy out of Las Vegas, Mr. Anthony Simonson, could be making an appearance tomorrow here at the event.
Yeah, he's won a few tournaments.
Just a couple. But
he's won a couple tournaments in his time.
Yeah,
and he's not even 30.
Yeah.
How old is he? How old is Simon?
I think he's 27.
Oh my goodness.
Robert is on auto 7 split right now, right in front of us, as you can see on the fresh. You leak it a little bit right, it goes flying by it. You miss a little bit up the lane, and it wants to break loose and go high.
I think ball speed's so important on the fresh.
Yeah, I think Matt, everybody gets caught up into all these special drillings, right? But ball speed control and ball surface management are the two most important things, in my opinion, really, to You know, and then you got to
And then
get
the hand.
and then the hand, and then you got to get the right. Then you got to get the right pill in your hand, so that it'll do what is necessary, necessarily needed to, have the optimum success possible. Darren Tang's got a triple, by the way,
Yep.
over there.
Yeah,
Using the Iron Max.
I like what he's doing. And we talked about this last night. Definitely more forward hand. Probably a stronger cover, stronger core.
Yeah, it looks
really making sure the ball slows down.
Yeah, it looks like he's using Ion Max.
Yeah, he is.
So,
yeah.
And I had a chance. I caught up with him before the squad, and he's put a lot of time and effort into getting ready for this upcoming PBA Tour season. He's told me he's worked really well on his biomechanics, and he's increased his rev rate. He's in the high 450s now, and he says he can get it up to not a very accurate when he gets to 480, but I can tell you if he starts getting into those numbers, you're going to see some good things from him this year on tour.
Absolutely. I think the numbers are pretty glaring. I mean, just from an outsider looking in, obviously, Tim, you're out there every week repping, okay? But as a bowler on the outside looking in, I'm looking at, like, if your rev rate isn't north of 450, 460, I don't think you're doing much out there. And
you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time.
I look at a shot maker like Francois Lavoie. Okay, I look at a guy who's won 2 U.S. Opens within the last 9 years.
And a tournament of champions.
And a tournament of champions, okay? This guy can flat out bowl. I mean, I bowled collegiately with him at Wichita State. He is a phenomenal spare shooter. He is a phenomenal shot maker. He can execute. He's got a lot of shots in his bag. The one thing he doesn't have is a rev rate north of 460. And
you are correct.
And I mean, I don't mean to be so black and white about it because there's so much gray area there. But I mean, I go up and down that top 10 list, and I find it's pretty glaring that you better have some rev rate and ball speed.
Yeah, listen, I'm out there every week. Last year, and it's clear that the power game is here, and it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. It takes a special type of human being to stay mentally connected when your rev rate isn't as high as those guys, and I think that's why Francois Lavoie is still able to hang in there. I mean, this year, he wasn't in one of the top numbers, but then once the tour ended, he went on a tear.
Oh yeah,
he went on a tear that shows you
he's good.
He's still great.
He's a very amazing bowler, and he's in his prime.
Yeah,
and the fact that's the part I look at, and that's why I don't bowl myself, because I know what my rev rate is, and it's not what's needed.
Well,
if I can't bowl at the top levels, why should I even bowl?
Right. Well, I just think you got to change your coffee. We'll get that rev rate up. You're not having good coffee. That's the problem.
Man, I tell you what, at home trust me, I get my coffee directly imported from a volcano, coffee plantation on the side of a volcano in Costa Rica. Okay, I drink very fine coffee.
Very fine, strong coffee.
Very good coffee.
In your next life, we're just going to have you take your thumb out of it, and then we'll be all right.
That would be it. Then I'd be all right.
Hey, just a quick alert to the chat. Yep. Championship Bowling with Chayton, who's our great colleague and teammate up there at Storm. Just saying hello. And what he does a lot of great things for bowling in the.
Well, I tell you what, he certainly
Northwest.
Does.
So
for that area,
hats off to him and Championship Bowling and what he brings to the table. And then a longtime guy that I've known from the East Coast that's been out here in Arizona for quite some time, Jordan Asberg. Good to see you on here, and hope you're healthy and hope you're doing well. And stop on down and see us.
Yep.
A lot of talent in the building this weekend, and I've enjoyed it. I haven't even been here for 24 hours, but it's been good to connect again with the bowlers and the bowling community.
Absolutely.
I'm a pro shop Timmy, so I work with the league bowlers, which is the fabric and fiber of our of our sport. I love it. It's nice to try to make a difference and make an impact. You drill somebody. I got a great story. Good buddy of mine from.
Here, I'm going to interrupt you because I want on the screen here, on the left part of your screen, we got Darren Tame right now.
Okay, yeah, he's on a 4-bagger.
Yeah, on a 4-bagger.
No, 5-bagger.
5-bagger. So he's in the 7th right here. Folks, this is what we want to be seeing on the fresh right here. This is it. That's
on call.
that.
You got a future in this thing, you know.
Well,
Maybe we should put you on TV.
I, I've seen some good ball motion in my life. Not as much as you, but I've seen some good ball motion.
You've seen
in my
more
life.
than me because you throw it better than me. So
Oh, get
every
outta
time
here.
you're throwing
Yeah,
it, your
yeah,
ball
no.
motion is good.
We're just gonna have a self-deprecation contest between you and me who can beat themselves up the most.
Yeah. Well, I've got fake parts in my body, so I'm already a couple steps ahead of you. But back to
your story. Yep.
yeah, back to my story, which was I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, talking about a pro shop
Oh
story.
yeah, the
right?
pro shop. Yeah,
Helping out a ball.
Bowler, really good buddy. I became friends with now that I've been in the stores in Indianapolis. John Bingham,
Yep.
over 70.
Yep.
Just tells me I want to bowl one more 300, one more time, just
Yep.
one more time. I hope. We drill him up a duo last year. He doesn't bowl one 300. He bowls 4 300s in the same year.
Wow.
And just those types of stories, those feel good stories, are the ones that make you feel good and say, hey, trying to help the bowling public, bowling community.
Yeah, that's the best. I mean, that's why, I love, like, I work, always try to spend at least a week in the booth at Nationals. Love working the TAT, love working the military, because you're out there talking to just the everyday bowler.
Yeah, the fabric and fiber of our bowling community.
They are the fabric that makes up the bowling community. And the small things make huge impacts with them. When you give them a different way to see the lane, you give them a different something to think about. You help them with a surface, you help them with a layout, something like that. You help them with a progression, and they're like, oh, and then they start connecting a couple dots, and you see the light bulb go off, and you see them enjoy the sport more.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll second that notion, Matt. This year I got back to the TAT in the military. It's been the first time in some time for me since I've been out there, just because of the schedule and what other my core responsibilities were at Storm. But it's certainly enjoyable when you can give one of the bowlers a tip, or we lay out one of their bowling balls, and you see the joy come back after their success from their squad, or where they make a final or what have you. It makes it that much more rewarding, and that's what I found, in the shop, where I am day to day at home. It's trying to make the impact and trying to, make a difference there, and it's rewarding. It's rewarding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've always said, if helping people love bowling as much or more than you have is the ultimate goal. Or just
help.
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 If I can help somebody love the sport more, man, that's awesome. Awesome feeling.
We had a question in the chat, actually. It's pretty cool. Life with Aussies. I'm not sure who that is, but that's a pretty cool handle name. Life with Aussies. Maybe they're hanging out with Sam Cooley, who, by the way, is in the building as well.
Yep.
Sam Cooley, PBA champion.
He bowled very well this morning.
Yeah, bowled 57 over.
57 over.
And 300 on TV, and one of the 39, I think, that has it.
Yep.
He asked the question, I bowl significantly better on sport than house. Why is that? Well, I think one of the reasons why is when you know you're going to bowl on a sport pattern, your focus and concentration level are different.
Yep.
That's number one.
Yep.
And when you focus and concentrate different, and your pre-shot routine is the same, and you go through you're much more methodical than you are when you're bowling on the house. I thought you were throwing the other. You're usually trying to use the hater? Just talking to Robert Smith right now a little bit. Anytime you get a chance to talk to Robert Smith, you relish that opportunity. Him and I go back a long way, and I actually really love watching him bowl. Not only is he a dear friend of mine, a family member, but I'm a fan of his too, right?
Oh,
I'm a fan. So, and we've known each other for a long time, known his game for a long time. So, my job this week, coming here for Carl, was to bowlers had questions to try to help them and support them no matter what. And that's what we're going to try to do. Because if we make the event better, help the bowlers, the event will be better. Better shot. It's not enough ball. Not enough ball.
No. I think on 9 too, you can actually play a little tighter line on.
Right.
You know, I noticed Darren's playing, you know, more closed down angles. I just think that's maybe a little. Even though Robert's got a little more rev rate.
He did have your classic 5 spare, the super washout.
Coffee creamer.
The coffee creamer.
Coffee creamer, half and half. But you know, I think slightly more. If he's going to throw it with that speed, I think definitely closing those angles down be very helpful.
Yeah, I mean these guys keep asking. They bowl better on challenge than house.
Yep.
Listen, the house shot sometimes can be a little bit more difficult as championship bowling, which is changed by the way. You know, he makes a great point. You know, they get clipped because of the volumes and the amount of oil that there's so much more oil in the middle of the lane on house shots, and so much more, and so much more friction to the right or left, depending on if you're righty or lefty.
Yep.
That's what happens. You know.
Yeah, a lot of the times, if I'm helping a bowler with league struggles, it's how to beat the cliff, right? You know, because you know you have such high volumes to start. Generally, you have lane surfaces that don't help the cause, and then B, you get a multitude of different styles of play, and that's not helping the cause either. So you're trying to help people find a strategy for beating the cliff. You know, where if I keep it in front of me, it hooks at my foot, wants to go right through the face. If I throw it a little harder, it never wants to see it. If I move in and I miss in, it 2-8-10s. If I get it to the dry, it overreacts, you know, in Greek churches. And so, you know, generally when I'm talking with bowlers, it's devising strategies for them.
Totally agree with you.
And how they bowl to beat the cliff.
Totally agree with you. Speaking of the non-cliff, Darren Tang finished up with 229 down there. He went high, went split to finish the game, but 229 is like 279.
It's like a brick of gold here.
But looks like this guy, Kennedy?
Josh Kennedy.
Shooting 250. Looks like he's using a purple hammer.
Yeah, he is, from Minnesota. Now, he's bowled a couple of squads, and so he's had decent starts.
Yeah, he's got an idea.
So hopefully, he's been staying in urethane too long. He'll be still in it. Last couple squads, he's been in urethane game 4, 5, 6. And it's caused him some heartache. So
I mean, he's gnawing on it from the corner, from off the corner. So,
and some of the pairs, you go up the house. Some of the pairs play very well on the lip, but then you get some of these pairs down here, and the lip does not play.
Yeah, it's like that in centers across the country, right?
Yeah, topography.
Topography seems to be the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And some pairs will allow you to play to the right, like you said.
Yeah.
And some won't.
Yep, exactly.
So we're just wrapping up game 1 here, guys. That's the highest game I've seen so far, 247. I've seen only 200 games. Let's go. 3 200 games, actually. 214, 247, 228.
With a spare here, this young lady here is going to shoot 203.
Yeah, that's a 223.
Oh, geez, yeah, 223.
Big score.
Yeah,
that's a big score.
That's a very hefty, good start.
Matt, there's a question in here. This guy wants to know championship bowling, which we know who that is, right?
Yeah, Chayton.
Chayton wants to know.
Is it okay if I throw urethane on house? Well, I'm actually going to ask a question back. I'm going to answer a question with a question.
Why? That's what I would ask.
I know.
That would be my question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, I'm going
I'll
to be
let
a
you
little
go.
more professional. I'll be a little more not professional, but I'm gonna ask this question. Urethane is a very good tool to control the lanes and control the break point, and um, I feel it's a really good tool when the scoring pace is lower, when you really need the ball to dig in closer to you and be very slow response. When the lanes start out particularly easy, and you're trying to create good shape, it's already given to you. You don't really
it's built-in shape. You have the built-in shape.
You have built-in friction. You have built-in free hook. You have built-in hold. You don't have to use a tool like a urethane ball to do it. And I've always said when you're working with patterns that start out easy, your whole goal is to not make them harder.
And yeah, you're totally
right?
Totally agree with you.
I think that's the goal. When you're given a pretty playable condition, and you're going to spend 3 games on that pair, the way I look at it is, and especially like when we bowl open championships and stuff, this is how I talk with my team. I said,
Right.
okay, the scoring pace is this, right? And when they start out, they're pretty playable from some multiple angles, right?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm like, our job isn't to try to make them easier. Our job is to not make them harder because they're already giving us some playability. And I look at a house shot like they're very playable from a lot of different parts of the lane.
With also a lot of different balls.
Yes. So I'm like, okay.
And styles of play.
Styles of play. I go, let's just not make it harder. Now, if you start throwing urethane, guess what's going to happen? You're going to make them harder pretty quick. And then where are you going to go?
More urethane.
Okay, if you got the rev rate to get it through the pins.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, if you got the rev rate to get it through the pins, great. But you know what? I've consistently averaged 250 plus in league for the last, 4 or 5 years. And I know I'm on my own side, whatever. But I'm just saying, I don't see the value in it.
Right.
I'm like, if
best retired bowler I've ever heard of in my life.
So my ultimate question is if you're given an easy condition, do you feel like you have to use that?
I think your assessment is spot on, by the way. I think spot on. Like, there's enough factors in our sport, right, that make it hard. Why would we want to make it harder on ourselves?
Right? That's the question I'm asking.
The ball manufacturers and the sport of bowling has evolved.
Yep.
Could we survive if we took all urethane out of play? Absolutely.
Yep. 100%.
Would the sport be different? Absolutely. Yep. And I think what it also has done, and I just speak from because I've been over to Europe, is that it's actually stunted the growth of some of the youth bowlers over there because
100%.
They get trapped and they get caught in the urethane the whole time.
They have no other skills,
and they don't know what else to go to.
Yeah. They have no other skills.
And we're building that into some of our youth bowling today, and that is a dangerous thing.
It's very bad because in the long term, then we're going to lose people. We're going to lose people
because they don't want the challenge.
Exactly.
Bowling is about the challenge. It's about navigating that 60-foot runway in front of you. How do we find our way? And listen, if you make the bowlers, quote unquote, for unless it's just what's one dimensional, what are you doing? Does it take the fun out of it? For me, it does.
For me, it does. For me, the funnest part about bowling was being able to use all the skills that I'd worked so hard to develop. Like, for me, that's fun. When I get to use my soaper release over in Asia, you remember that?
Oh, yeah, soaps, yeah. Going to the soaps.
Right? Like, or, when you get to when you get to be an artist out there, I think that's the best part, is when you really get to be an artist. And I just feel like that's going away. And it's power, it's rev rate and speed. And if you don't have check boxes A and B, the sport of bowling is not for you anymore.
Great assessment.
So,
Great assessment.
you know, I think we're on a pretty dangerous path, and I'm soapboxing here, Timmy. But man,
I love it though. I love it.
you know,
Listen, you know what I think about you and I have had many of these conversations over the years, right?
Yep.
And we talk, you know, even when we've been in the booth or what have you. And listen, we've been around bowling quite a bit. We've seen the best of the best.
Yep.
We've watched our youth in other areas and parts of the country, parts of the world. I mean, I think our sample size it gives us. I don't want to say credibility, but it gives us. I think
perspective.
perspective. Yeah, perspective is a great word. To you know, to maybe educate the people from what we've seen from our side of the fence. Now that doesn't make it right or wrong, but
No, it's just an opinion. It's like if we go to an art museum and I like this painting and you don't particularly like it. Well, does that make my view wrong?
No,
it's
absolutely.
that's just how you see it.
Totally
And then
agree.
you say, "Well, I really like this painting." I'm like, "Timmy, I think that kind of looks ugly." You know.
People tell me that all the time. But thanks, buddy. Got to get a little
Yeah,
chuckle in there.
right. But I mean, that's it. You know, and I've always said that's
We don't want to lose the artistry of the sport.
no, because that's what makes it great. I think that's really what hooked me.
And that's why I think, you know, that's why the sport is always evolving, and I think that's what, you know, our company, you know, Storm and our R&D team and all of the people that we have, you know, trying to figure out the puzzle,
Yep.
right? To try to be, you know, and the competitors out there, the other manufacturers are doing a great job. Motive's doing a great job. So is Brunswick. Everybody's trying to figure out the puzzle, right? Because what else is changing? Like you said earlier, you alluded to it earlier. Lane surfaces aren't getting newer.
Oh,
You know,
oh.
Kegel and the oil companies are doing a great job. They're trying to combat the, you know,
Lane
the ever-
surfaces.
the- yeah,
Lane surface age.
the ever changing environment that they're faced with.
Yep.
And then you got to couple that with, you know, the ball manufacturers, because they're trying to, you know, stay in the game with the
Technology.
coefficients of friction, you know, the viscosities of oils, you know, what covers and cores roll good and what oils. There's a lot of information there.
It there's just so many things going on from a multitude of different angles, you know, and you hit it on the head. The lane surfaces get worse and worse and worse. Proprietors are not going to replace their lane surfaces because there's no ROI there.
Yeah, they don't need to.
No.
They don't need to.
And so from a sport perspective, though, right, from a recreation perspective, there's no benefit for proprietors to replace the panels.
No. And
okay?
you know what else is coming on top of that? I don't mean to interrupt you.
The strings.
The strings.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's going to take a whole different
Yep, 100%.
dynamic, because
100%.
the pinfall and how everything it's just, and that's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, 100%. Because bowling has to be profitable. If bowling is not profitable, we don't have a sport anymore, because the proprietors control the playing field.
You know, people ask me quite a bit. I'm sure you get asked this question wherever you go. You know, what do you think of strings? And I say, and this is how I answer that question. I say, I'm a traditionalist.
Yep.
If I can have free fall, I'm taking free fall over strings all day long. But I'm also going to tell you this. If it's no bowling or bowling on strings, give me bowling on strings, because I want bowling.
Yeah.
I still want bowling.
Bowling has to be profitable.
Now, is it a different sport?
Yep.
Yes, it is going to be a different game. There's going to be different hits. There's going to be different things. But listen, you know, it's not too long ago that everybody thought we only bowl on wood lanes.
Yeah.
And then the plastics came out. No, we can't bowl on that. I can't bowl on that. And now,
How about when we went to double voided pins?
yeah.
How about when we went to Surlyn coated pins? How about when we went to phenolic pin decks? How about when we
Twisters, everything. Everything's come out.
You know, how about you know, when we started messing around with the kickback material? I mean, there's so many things. You know, how about when we went to automatic scoring?
Yeah.
You know,
Phenolic pin decks. You threw a bunch of messengers out there back in the day because you hit the pocket so much and your angles were so good. You saw your pinfall fall so much different,
gosh,
and then
it
you
was
had
crazy.
to. Yeah. Then you're like, wow, look at all. I've got to look at it in a different perspective.
I'll tell you, the first time I bowled at the stadium in 2001 for Junior Olympic Gold, we bowled at the stadium on those GS pin setters with twisters in them.
Yeah, pins are flying all over the place.
I mean, it was paper machete. I felt like Tim Mack for 18 games. I can honestly tell you.
Yeah, pins are flying all over the
Matt
place.
McNeil felt like Tim Mack throwing atomic messages. Like it was a white blur across the deck. I'd never done that in my life. You know? So there's so many technological changes. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. If bowling is not profitable for proprietors, we're done.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Because I don't care what Kegel's doing, and I don't care what Storm and Brunswick and Motive is doing. If proprietors are not making money, we do not have lane
Well, they're
beds.
selling their land, and it's going to be an apartment building.
Yeah, or a Walgreens or a CVS or something.
Yeah, we have enough of those.
Yeah.
We have enough.
So, I mean, we need lane beds for bowlers.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And listen, the game is always changing and evolving, right? I mean, that's the beauty and the science of it, right? But isn't everything? Aren't cars evolving? Aren't airplanes evolving? Isn't our water softeners evolving? Well, you didn't have water softener in 1974.
How about technology?
Yeah.
How about this thing right here?
Phones? Are the phones evolving?
How about the phones?
Yeah. How about whatever we're talking about later is going to be on my Facebook feed because they're listening to us. It's crazy. So
go back 30 years. We're not sitting here live streaming. Okay. We had pagers and payphones.
Did you have a pager?
Absolutely.
I did not.
I thought I was so cool. Oh my God.
Right on the hip. Right on the belt
right
buckle.
on the belt buckle for all the girls in high school
I
to see.
love it. Yeah.
Yep, I'm
You
with it.
still had that Superman curl in the hair. Too. Unbelievable.
I had the frosted tips back then with the puka
I'll
shell
tell you.
necklace.
Look at that. Oh, the shell necklace.
The shell necklace, brother. Man.
Oh,
look at Chad. How about Chad Lucy? Hey, you talk about hits, right? Bounced out of the pit right there.
Right there.
So free fall has got its anomalies.
Yep, right there. There's a perfect example.
Yep, perfect example. Strain has got its
I
anomalies.
like to give a shout out to Chad too.
Yep.
Chad who's been a really good bowler, solid bowler for a long time.
He's got a good score up on the board too.
EMT.
Yep.
All right, one of the greatest guys I know.
Yep.
What he does for people and gives his sacrifice service to the community. Big fan of Chad. Have been for a long time.
Yep.
And a heck of a bowler.
Absolutely.
A heck of a bowler.
Yeah, he's got a good score up on
Had
the board.
a great Team USA run not too long, a couple years ago, where he was up there in the top 5. But I know he's got a good score up, and this isn't. I think he's still living in Vegas now. So this isn't a home game for him, but at least it's not a long trip. But I'll tell you, he great guy, and he's right in front of us bowling. But as you can see, left and right, and we'll just give you a quick update. There's not a lot of strikes being thrown, except lane 15 and 16. I look up and there's 2 4-baggers. One of them is Deontay Fields.
Yep.
He was a heck of a bowler too. Was a great college bowler, and I think he's been out in the West Coast for quite some time.
Yep.
But he had a 4-bagger, but just on cue, just like Timmy Mack does. I black clouded him, and he got a split. I mean, I'm not good, so don't let me watch you if you have a 4-bagger. So let's just take a look at the chat, see if anything's come up in the chat. Guardian. Robert Messon's Guardian.
Remember putting
Sean Wood, thanks so much for the kind words. Really appreciate it. Yep. Anytime I get a chance to talk bowling with Matt, I enjoy it. He's like an Encyclopedia Britannia with when it comes to bowling. He find it hard pressed for people to know much more about the history of the game and than Matt does. So, just Sean, thanks again for the words. Just really appreciative to get the opportunity to talk and speak in front of the bowling community in public. That's what we're here for, and try to bring this, as you said, Matt. 20 years ago, we didn't have live stream. Try to bring this into the living rooms of the bowling fans and the people that couldn't make it this week.
Yep, absolutely. It's just another way for people to enjoy the sport of bowling. That's it.
Are you still steadfast on your number? You think anything over the card is going to make the cut?
I think so. Yeah. I took -2.
There's our friend Josh Kennedy again, working on a triple here. Looks like a 4-bagger.
Yep.
And got off to a great start, game 1 with 247. But I mean, if you've got to win this tournament on the fresh, doesn't look like that's a guy that I want to be messing with. He is off and running.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep, and Matt Jones down there on 3 and 4. He's got 4-bagger, 9 spare. I'll give him the 9 spare. Hopefully, I'm not clouding the guy.
Matt's been good for a long time, man.
Yep.
What a player.
Yep.
Local, he's locally here.
Yep. I almost clouded him. Man, I tell you what. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question here. I don't know if you've seen enough. I've watched all the squads here. When in your mind are you telling people to get away from the out? When are you telling them to
I think
stop riding that horse?
I think by game 3, there's going to be enough shots out there that if you're good enough to manipulate your ball speed and your angle and your hand and get it rolling forward. Listen, I think game 3 you got to move in.
I agree. I think I've been seeing.
That's just from my small assessment of what I've seen.
No, I think you're spot on. I mean,
anytime Mr. Warren Eels says hello, you got to say hi.
Yep.
PBA champion Warren Eels in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I think game 3. Game 3 looks like to me it's just a lot of traffic out there. I don't know who. Do you know the? I'm trying to get the name on the back of that shirt there. Let's see if we can get see what that is. Brian. Looks like Brian Schomber.
Mm-hmm.
Schomber. He's on at least a 4-bagger. At least a 4-bagger. And he's on 15 and 16. And he's playing out.
Another strike.
Maybe there's something out there. I don't know.
I think there's some out there for the first 2 games.
You think it's a trick?
I don't think it's a trick because it's there for 2 games. Depending on who you're following or what pair you're hitting. After that.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Regina. Abood.
Oh yeah, Abood. Yep.
Yeah, she just came in and shout outs. I think Chad moved to Arizona, which is great. I mean, thanks Regina. We miss you.
The Aboods.
Just got a chance to see your husband here.
Yep.
I hope your kids are doing well, and hope you're doing well. But yeah, I'm just a big fan of Chad. I think he's a helps the community. Good bowler. It's what we need. We need more of those.
Yep. I think it's a bad go. I think it's a bad go after two and a half games.
Yeah, okay.
It's just you have so much surface and so much traffic out there that you can't get from point A to point B anymore. And my golden rule of ball reaction is you got to have point A to point B. Otherwise, you're balling in a phone booth.
Totally agree with you. Totally agree. And what's the worst? What's the most uncomfortable feeling?
When you don't have front to back.
When you don't have front to back.
You don't have front.
And you feel like you missed left, it's gone left. You missed right, it's gone right. Either way. Speaking of missing left, missing right, our man Mr. Kennedy's at least on a 5-bagger, and making him look easy right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's also easy to fall off the track, right? You feel like you get some rhythm, you get some tempo, then all of a sudden you miss a little bit and it's 5.
Yep.
But that doesn't look like anything but 5.
No, I mean you get to the next pair and you throw 3 shots and you go hole, and now you got 160 nailed down.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, he's on 7. He's on 6.
Yep.
6 in a row.
Yep.
So he's bowling 280 right now after shooting 247.
Yep.
And I don't think we've seen that at all in the entire tournament.
Not. Well, Landon Carnate had 547 for 2 in the first sweeper.
In the sweeper. Same shot?
Same shot. Threw a fast pitch.
What a ball.
Yeah.
What a bowling ball.
I like that ball.
Bring back the fast pitch. Woo. Made a run at the Senior Masters with that. I bowled Dave Sirigliano. I shot 740. He shot 730. I got lucky.
Yep.
He felt bad for me.
He felt bad for him.
What a bowler, by the way.
He can bowl, man.
Dave's a heck of a bowler and does great things here in the community in the
Three
Phoenix
shops
area.
here in the area.
Yeah, he's done great things for decades in this area. So hats off to Dave. He's got the shop in the building, and it was really great to catch up with him earlier today.
Yep, absolutely.
He's got a birthday tomorrow, so I want to wish Dave early happy birthday.
Ooh, all right.
And we want to wish him the best as the senior state tournament's just down the road across the street.
At McRae, right?
Yep, I think so. Yep. So wish him the best and all the seniors that are going over there. Good luck to you over there.
Yep.
So the strikes keep coming. We've got Brian Schomber, who is crushing it right now. He's got at least 5 or 6 bagger.
Yep.
Josh Kennedy's got a six bagger.
Yep.
We've got Wesley Lowe. I got a story about him that I want to share.
Okay.
He's going to shoot 2-0. GT3's picking up a double, looking to shoot 2-1. And son of Sam, serial killer Sam there, he's got a chance to shoot 220. That's why I always call it. That's what I love about Sam Cooley, right?
Yep.
You never know what he's thinking. You couldn't tell if he was bowling 300 or 140.
Yep, absolutely.
He's and that's also what makes him great.
Yep.
His demeanor. Listen, he's been great for a long time, and his demeanor is one of the things that brings him huge success. He burns really hard internally, and is a champion through and through. He's won a lot of big tournaments and done a lot of great things. But my story about Wesley Lowe goes back to 2010 when he was about 11 years old. And it was the year that they decided to put the $250,000 for the TSC up for first, and you needed to have a PBA title, regional or what have you.
That's when Mika won, right?
Yeah, if you had the regional title, you had to bowl the PTQ to get in to the main field. So I had only bowled 3 regionals in my life up to that point. And then now I started to bowl. I said, I've got to try to find a way to get in this field. So my last regional attempt, I had to fly to Reno to bowl a regional.
Yep.
And Gary Mage, God love him, he's like, listen, I just want you to know the kid you're bowling with, I know he's 11 years old, but he knows what he's doing, and he knows what's going on. Trust me, he's going to be fine. So I had to win the regional, or else I couldn't qualify for the TSC. So I bowled with Wesley Lowe, only time I've ever crossed with him in my life. I won the regional. I got to bowl the TSC.
Yep.
I qualified first in the TSC PTQ, first or second. It was me or Doherty. And then Doherty ended up making the show that year. That's the year he bowled, a little lower score on TV than he usually bowls.
Yep.
But my story is I'm undefeated as long as I bowl with Wesley Lowe.
That's
so
right. Yep.
If I decide to ever bowl on the PBA again, if I could ever bowl again after my injury, I'm going to request a cross with Wesley Lowe because I'm 100%.
You are. 1 for 1 lifetime.
Yeah.
Kennedy ended his strain with a baby split, but made it.
Yeah, so he's still working 250.
Sam Cooley pulled a rabbit out of his hat, straining a 5-bagger.
He's 209.
He's going to get to 2-0. That was a pretty nice bail. Our man, Brian
Schomburg's still striking.
He's still striking it up here.
So maybe there's something to be said about the out there. This guy throws it great, by the way. This two-hander.
Yeah, this two-hander right here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Score may not reflect it right now, but
Schomburg left a solid 9.
First shot in the 10th, too.
Yeah.
So that's 260. That could have been 290.
Could have been 290.
290.
How many 8-baggers have you seen?
Not many.
Not many.
No, not many.
Josh Kennedy going to be in the 240s again. Solid 9 again. So we just have to speak it and it happens. It's unbelievable.
Oh, goodness.
GT3 stepping up and getting the first one in the 10th. You might want to look at this because you might not see it for the rest of the tournament. Everybody on the pair is bowling 200.
That's pretty good.
You might not see it for the rest of the tournament.
That's pretty darn good.
And that's a credit to Carl Ong and Agent Ong's staff for putting out a very difficult, challenging condition.
Tough but fair. I'm gonna say tough but
Love
fair.
it. Love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say tough but fair.
I like the fact that there's not 9-baggers everywhere.
Yep. I like the fact that multiple styles are in the mix.
Right. Right. So if you were bowling, and you're bowling right now, where would you be on the lane? Where would you play on the lane?
Boy, you know what? The only
I
lefty
gave a deep breath there.
I've seen. Okay, so I watched Brett Wolf yesterday go 70-some over. Right?
Blue Hammer?
No. He was throwing like a Cuda or something like that.
The new Super Cuda?
Yeah, I
that
think
ball
so.
hooks down lane.
Yep. He is throwing that, just slow wheeling, kind of like a Mike Albee shot,
Okay.
Did
he have the fingers in?
Yeah.
So he had the fingers in like this?
Just silky smooth, kind of like 18 to.
Did he push the glasses up?
No, he didn't, and he didn't do the, the setup thing.
The setup.
Yep.
Man, if we just had that on video, it would have been perfect.
Oh, you know what I loved watching it at Phoenix Raceway. When Albee bowled,
yeah,
I'm like, it just has not changed.
Nope.
It's like
10 back.
it's just like clockwork. It's like a fine Swiss watch. It just keeps. It doesn't matter. It just is. It's always constant.
So you were saying about
So
Brett.
Wolf. So I would be there. I think on our side, you want to try to play out. Go ahead and roll the dice. I don't think it's there. I think the for me be just because I don't have as much hand as Wolf does.
Okay.
But I liked what he was doing. I'd probably have an Ion Max in my hand. I think the gutter for me is 13, 14.
This kid's ball roll is unbelievable. Wow, he throws it good.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like 17, 18 to 13, 14. Nice and forward with an Ion Max.
Kyle
And
Ortiz.
it's just grinding, hitting the 1-2 every single time and making
Nice
my
game,
spares.
Brian. Really nice.
Yeah, nice game there, Brian.
Really good.
Attaboy.
Yeah, you as well.
But
268 or
Yep.
69.
that's pretty darn good.
That's a heck of a start.
That's a heck.
Heck of a start.
Well, we don't know what he had his first game.
Yeah, I couldn't tell over there. And I didn't realize.
We got to get Blair back to run the computer because she's got the windows up
Brian
for.
I've known Brian for quite a long time. I couldn't tell from far away.
Yep.
But I've known Brian for quite some time. Good bowler too. Really good bowler. My next question is to you then. Since your name shirt retired, would you have a name shirt on, or would it be just a USBC Open Championship and then 5 Eagles below it?
No, I don't advertise. I don't do that. I'd probably just have a polo on or a Storm T-shirt with a turbo patch and making sure I'm
All right, we'll just checking.
doing that thing. But it's competitive bowling singles is just not for me anymore. I just don't find joy in it.
Yeah.
So.
Understand.
Yep.
Listen, if you're not, and like we talked about earlier about finding the joy and the happiness
Oh, absolutely.
and being the artistry, if you don't have that, it's hard. It's hard to ramp it up tournament to tournament. It's just hard.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, stay away.
And I'll tell you what, I'm just, and I know from experience because I used to be a weekend warrior. Okay. Mentally, I could tune up for 2 months to bowl this tournament, right? But if I'm not out competing at a higher level every weekend, mentally when the lights come on, I'm not going to be able to function at the level I need.
That's the same guy that said to me that he couldn't use urethane to make the World Championship show, right?
No, brother.
Okay,
I
just
got to listen to this story again.
Same guy?
My God.
Same guy.
No,
right?
that's there's nothing to do with mental about that, man. You're twisting things around. You're twisting things around.
I'm not going to make. I got no chance. Now I'm just going to make the show on cheetah with urethane, and I'm going to make the World Championship show. Don't worry about me. That's all right.
That's a slight exaggeration.
If you believe you can achieve.
That's a slight exaggeration.
You guys at home that are watching, all 11 of you, if you believe you can achieve, just remember that.
Oh, absolutely.
Listen, we got a thumbs down from somebody. I don't know who it was. You see the thumbs down?
Yeah, we got one.
Someone gave us the thumbs down. I
That's
don't know.
okay.
Maybe they had bad coffee.
Maybe.
Maybe
Hey, you're not. You know this in life. You're not going to make everybody happy.
We try. It's all we can do.
Yeah.
So we're starting to, we're through 2 games here in the 2 o'clock squad.
Yep.
Again, Matt mentioned it earlier. You have a multitude of divisions. 209 and under get 7 pins a game. Your 210 and your seniors 55 and over are women. They get 5 pins a game. 210 average members, 210 and up, which where's the 185 and under? Because that's the division I should be in.
Maybe I can sneak in there
PWBA,
with
national,
you.
regional titleists, they're all bowling scratch.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by scratch bowlers. To my right, BB, my favorite Buckeye, Blair, who does so much for us at Storm. She doesn't have handicap. She's an Ohio State Queens champion, so she can't have handicap.
All right, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to get Blair on the computer seat. I'm going to take the third headset so Blair can run the computer properly, get the scores up because she's got the window for the scores.
And we can stop.
We're going to do some shuffling. Hold on.
We can stop chirping because that's all we're doing. Can you lower that?
Yeah,
So I can see
lower.
it.
Yeah, there you go.
Now that the professionals in the booth,
Professional.
that we have all the cameras and the audio, and this looks like one of those.
Simon says.
Yeah, well, you gotta hit all
Yeah.
the button colors, and then ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding,
don't
ding,
hit the buttons, Tim.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit the buttons, but that's what it looks like.
It does look like that. Yeah.
It would be fun for me.
I think if you hit one button, you'll mute us. So don't hit that one. Yeah, it doesn't remove from there.
Okay,
Yeah, we
okay.
took care of it.
Okay.
We're getting rid of the spammers.
Yeah, we got a couple spammers in there. So, but Justin, thanks for the kind words, and shout out to Ryan Howard. Man, he throws it great. There's no doubt, Brandon. He throws it great. Jason, what's going on, buddy?
Tim, have you met Kelso yet?
Kelso, I have not met Kelso.
Do you know Kelso? Okay, so you'll have a new favorite Buckeye after you meet Kelso.
Did he play for Ohio State?
He did. Yes, he did.
What years?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not but Kelso's awesome. He's a great bowler. He started bowling years ago, and look at his game now. So
That's really good.
yeah, he's been working hard. Now he coaches a little bit.
How old is he?
Apparently, I'm not a Kelso expert. Kelso's my pal.
Okay, Kelso is that his last name?
Yeah.
So it's actually Kelson, right? Daryl Kelson.
No, they spelled it wrong on there.
Okay,
It's Kelso.
so it is Kelso.
Yeah.
Check.
What'd I miss?
Oh, it was just an exciting time with
Future Hall of
with
Famer.
strikes and
There was striking?
a lot of striking. Like I can't believe how many strikes. Like I was super surprised on some of the scoring pace. It was Josh Kennedy, I think, has 515 rounding or no 490 rounding.
Oh, yeah, because he shot
He bowled
247.
240, 240. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
wow. Oh, he shot another one. Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to see what Brian had.
The game two's not in, but you.
Yeah, but what do you have game one? Brian
Schomburg.
We missed him somewhere.
I did. How did I miss him? Hold on.
He's not in there. He's not in there.
No, he's not.
Should be.
Brian Hernandez? Oh, wait. Here he is. He had 149.
268.
Oh, wow.
69.
You know, things can turn around very quickly here at the Agent Ong Open.
They just did.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my power bar here while
Yes.
you hold the fort down. Hold
I
on a second.
can't. All right, folks. Standings are posted on tournamentbowl.com if you are interested. Regina, I had a nice visit with your husband. I don't know if you're still watching, but
I can say this, Blair. A lot of people are playing to the right. And Matt and I were just going over it last game.
yeah, that's different.
And how
right?
far is it going to, well, just how long is it going to last? That's
Yeah.
what we want to know. Right? How long do we think it's going to last? That's going to be the key. And I said game 3, you got to move in. But
Game 3, okay.
yeah, but Brian Schomburg's still playing out there. Brian, I mean, he's at 140, but it looks like he's playing a little bit further. Maybe he's just playing the track. But he's obviously started with a double since moving pairs, and it looks just fine.
Yeah, yep.
I am the ultimate.
I was going to make a black cloud.
I am
need
the
my
ultimate clown.
black
Ultimate
cloud
clown.
animation.
Well, Kelso throws it great.
Yes, he does. He's my pal. You gotta go.
He's from Ohio.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you'll have a new favorite Buckeye. I shouldn't introduce you.
I like his haircut.
Yeah, he's awesome. Kelso's the best. You guys can talk bowling and football. It's great, right?
Yeah, it's been one-sided, so I don't know how great it is. But been one-sided for a long time.
Yeah. Well, the Big Ten's changing. NIL's changing.
Yeah, it was $20 million roster versus $20 million roster last week in Oregon.
Yeah. Deontay here on lane 8 told me yesterday he's retiring.
Retiring from what? He's like 21.
I know. I don't think he's retiring.
He's not retired. Deontay's been a really good bowler for a long time.
Yes, he has. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a great youth bowler. He's been out here for a number of years. I know he's been out for quite a long time. So. But he had. Can we check his scores real quick? Because he had a decent game going that second game too.
We sure can.
See what he bowled game.
Deontay. 197.
Yeah, and I think he was somewhere in the 200s, and he's got the front 4 this game. So.
I'd take that.
Yeah. Anytime I can have 4 shots in a row that I don't have to shoot a spare shot, I'd be very, very, very happy with that. So.
We're not the Insta 6.
Well, it's the Carl Long 6 is what I'm going to start calling it.
Carl Long 6, yeah.
By the way, we just want to another shout out to Regina Abood. She's saying hi to Blair, but we miss her.
Oh.
And
I got to chat with her husband while you guys were chatting game 1.
Yeah, she is about as good as it gets as far as human beings. A really good, talented bowler in her own right.
And her family.
Yeah, we miss you out here. Yeah, beautiful family.
I love her family.
Look at Deontay running them out, front 5. There he goes.
I love it.
I like the arrow shirt. Or what is it? A Christmas tree shirt?
It looks like Christmas trees.
I like
some kind of trees.
Yeah, I like the Christmas tree shirt.
Oh yeah, because there's little deer.
Little Christmas trees and deer, and there's a bear in there. Go Deontay.
Deontay is my. He's not retiring. I'm going to tell Deontay you're not retiring.
You're gonna go and tell him, Deontay, I'm going to sponsor you so you can't retire.
No, maybe actually that would be a good investment.
Blair going into the sponsorship side of things.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Deontay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's been Blair. What Matt and I were talking about. We were just talking about the game, the history of the game, and all the things that are transpiring in the game today, and how many challenges there are, and it's nice to see a lane pattern out there where it rewards premier shot making, and the things that make this game beautiful and artistic are when you have to find a way to navigate your way through the challenge of this 60-foot oil pattern that's out there, 60-foot lane with the oil pattern on it. So yeah, it's been fun. Front 5 alert.
Yeah, front 5. I also did not make that animation. I'm working on it. Oh,
we're trying to get.
There we go.
We're trying
now
to
I can
Matt
hear.
yeah.
Now Matt can hear.
Now
Sorry,
I can talk. Yeah.
Apologies.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
On the break, I forgot the front 5 alert and the black cloud. We'll have it for tomorrow.
Okay.
We will be prepared all day on Saturday.
All right. I like it.
Shout out to Jay Newell. Running Korean and getting that deadwood. And on call, we get the Brookie.
Let's go.
The Brooklyn Rob on lane 7 and 8.
Let's go.
I'm going with the Christmas trees. That's why. That was the Christmas tree strap.
Christmas in October.
So this is the tough part about this game. Now look at Brian right here on 7 and 8. Okay. 71 in the 5th.
Last game, 8-bagger.
Yep, 268.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you told me
That's what makes it so hard.
He's playing the yo-yo right now.
Yeah.
He's 149 games.
Yep.
268 games, 269 game 2. And now we've got, on the bingo card, we have 6-3, 6-3, 6-2.
Yeah.
So
bingo cards.
It's so hard. Topography is so hard here.
I think it's an underrated factor that people don't take enough.
It's the white elephant in the room. Nobody will it's like, to me, the higher organized levels of the sport refuse to admit it. Like, it is such a problem with our sport and trying to identify what is great and what is not great.
100%.
Okay, like I'm it's just it leads me down a rocky path because I get a little emotional about the whole thing because I really love the sport. Right now we're seeing a huge rise in the two-handed style because, when you're able to increase your rev rate north of 500 and you're able to throw it 19, 20 miles an hour off your hand, your ball's not affected by the bad topography. I'm sorry, it is not. It does not see a lot of the pitfalls that the traditional stylists are seeing, and that I don't get how. I guess I don't understand how they expect somebody who grew up, who was, let's say you're born in 1995 and you picked up the game in 2000, and you bowled for 15, like Francois. Are you going to tell Francois at 30 years old that, by the way, I'm sorry, your career thus far, it was great, we appreciate it, but if you don't start bowling like XYZ now, the sport's not for you.
Yeah, I mean, Matt,
because your
point.
ball is so badly affected by his ball sees so much more of the lane than Kyle's or Simo's or Belmo's or even EJ Tackett's or Marshall Kent's, because they throw it so much harder with so much more rev rate. What are we telling a guy like that? And it's just, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's on a soapbox.
I took us off the rails here, and let's
it's not off the rails.
It's a valid. Listen, it's a valid challenge that the bowlers are facing today, and I think that's why so many kids are turning to the two-handed style, because every time they turn the TV on, what do they say?
Yeah, absolutely. And
they see rev rate, ball speed, rev rate.
We talked about it earlier.
Book crawl.
Yeah.
Right. Marshall Kent.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
How many TV shows, if you took EJ Tackett out of the mix, how many TV shows would guys be on that have their thumb in it?
Not many.
No.
Bill
none.
O'Neill and Marshall Kent would be the lone representatives from last year.
And
Prather, yeah.
Andrew Anderson? No, he didn't make a regular show.
Well,
did he? Maybe he did. No, he won the doubles. They won the doubles.
Yep.
Yeah, they won the doubles.
Yep.
But
Matt, to your point too, 10 years ago, someone told me that by this point, we would have topography maps in every bowling center you go to.
It doesn't matter.
And we still don't, though.
No.
I mean, and that's more important than a lane pattern most of the time.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem with the topography map. It's a picture of the topography at that time.
True.
When you talk to the guys at Kegel, okay, and I've seen it and I believe it, the topography is always changing, okay? The topography can change during a tournament, all right? Because I've talked to Doug Dukes about this at Kegel, and he's one of the smartest guys I know, okay? Because you'll get so many bowlers playing in a certain part of the lane, it'll actually change the topography during the event. And so even if we can see it, that'd be like saying, okay, hey, we're gonna play this hole on a golf course, and now you can see all the hazards, okay? But this guy is able to drive the ball 450 yards, and because you grew up in a slightly different era, you're only driving it 320, maxing out your skills.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point.
And you're like, oh, that's great. Okay, so I don't know.
You're right.
I'm not knocking it, because I'll tell you what, if I could go turn back the hands of time, I would do it, no doubt.
You know what that would mean? Can you guys still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
That would mean that he would not be name shirt retired at 30.
Oh God, no. No,
that's true.
38?
39. I'd still be bowling.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. I would not be standing on the sidelines, because I could still be competitive then. But as it is, everything that I worked to master is irrelevant at the high level. So why play?
So, not to interrupt.
All right. Anyways.
Deontay.
Left the 4-pin, missed it.
Yes, and then he's struck
shooting
again.
260.
So, and Jason has a question. How much is the cost of each squad? Your first entry is $275 here at the Agent Ong Open. $175 for re-entries. So if you're come on out and bowl. Also, the sweepers are open to bowlers that are not in the um, regular tournament. You can come out and bowl a sweeper tonight if you'd rather just do that. And next year, make sure you check out the early bird entries because that was the best deal in the building, right?
Oh,
Early
yeah.
bird, get in early.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Jordan called you a bitter old man.
Well, I guess. I mean, I guess, but
I don't think you're a bitter old man. I think you're realistic at times.
I just know what it takes to win, and I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. I grew up in the wrong era, I guess. You know, I still love the sport, still love what I do. I'm blessed. I'm one of the most luckiest guys in the world. You know, but my contributions now to the sport are not going to be throwing a bowling ball. You know? But I'm okay with that. I granted, I'm not. I guess I want everybody to be able to have a chance at competing. And, you know, if you're a victim of, well, you know, I picked up the sport and I learned this version of the sport and it's changed so drastically in the last, let's say, 5 to 7 years. Now I'm boxed out. To me, that doesn't make sense. You know, how do we survive as a sport like that?
No kidding.
You know?
That's the hard part.
How do we do that?
Yeah.
I'm just asking the question,
And,
honestly.
and on the topic of two-handed bowling, and Tim, I'm sure you've seen this with some of the kids because you coach a lot, and at the SYCs we see a lot of the kids now. Even if they bowl one-handed, we've had kids tell us that they went home. There's one girl in particular. She told us she all of her friends bowl two-handed, girls, because that phenomenon is coming too. By the way, the two-handed ladies, and she had a rough year at junior gold that year. Went home.
She had a rough year one-handed, right?
One-handed.
Okay.
Yes, rough year. Her sister bowls two-handed. Went home. All of her friends said, "Hey, try two-handed." So she spent the fall after junior gold, not bowling tournaments, just learning how to bowl two-handed. Didn't love it. Went back to one-handed, but her hand position then was in a much better place one-handed. And her release was better. And everything was better. And she now can bowl two-handed or one-handed, but really worked hard at it. And it was a great learning tool for her to learn where her hand should be in the bowling.
Listen, there's no substitute for hard work in anything you do in life, and bowling's no different. And I think anybody can recognize the best professionals, whether they're one-handed or two-handed, work the inside out of the bowling ball. So if getting her into that spot obviously helped her get her hand in a better spot, she probably got back underneath the ball. Most amateurs and league players don't realize that they're on the side of the ball when they release it. And they need to be working the inside out of the bowling ball. That's the biggest misnomer. And when your thumb isn't in it, you can get super underneath the bowling ball. And then you've got all this centrifugal force to let it go.
Hands down. So we got a special guest. Guy runs the part of the management team at the New Mexico Open. PBA Tour champion, major champion, shot 300 on TV. We're going to get Mike Miller.
Let me get my headset up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, Mike, you're taking this headset.
Nope, you're going over here. I'll go over to Blair.
You gonna get in there?
All right. Mike Miller, everybody. Mike Miller.
The Mike Miller.
The Mike Miller. Okay, so I'm going to gush for 2 minutes real quick.
Please, no.
Might have to turn the camera this direction just so you can see that he's
Just for
actually
2 minutes. In 1991, I was 6 years old. And
Yeah.
We have sponsors. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I was 6 years old, and my favorite thing to do when I was a kid was to get done with junior league on Saturday morning and then go home,
set up my Fisher-Price bowling set in front of the TV and turn on ABC, okay? And they were in Toledo at Ducat's Imperial Lanes. Mike Miller makes the show, okay? And I had not seen Mike bowl on TV before, and my world changed. Like, I watched you throw a shot, and then I watched you strike out in the 10th to win, by the way, okay? And that was one of the coolest things I ever saw in my life, A. But then, B, you made an everlasting impression on me as a 6-year-old boy. And it is so cool that I've gotten to bowl your tournaments a few times. I've gotten to hang out with you.
Thank you.
You're a gentleman.
Thank you.
And you got a great sense of humor, which I really love and appreciate about you. But, man, I just I've looked up to you for a long, long time. So I appreciate you coming.
A lot of kind words there. I'm not sure all of them are deserved, but I really do appreciate it. That's very much.
All right, now I'm done.
Appreciated.
I'm done with the gushing. All right.
All right.
Mike, does this tournament remind you a little bit of yours as far as like scoring pace? And I have never been fortunate enough to be down at your event, but I know that it is one of the most coveted, big titles to win. And I think it's because the shot is so hard. It's so challenging.
Well, yeah, for sure. And, the bowlers demand that. They don't want them easy. I had 1 year when we changed from wood over to synthetic, and I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen. And I made them a little bit too soft, and people were not happy with that, and the scores might have been, I don't know, he might have taken 70 or 80 over to make the cut, and that was just horrific to most of them.
Wow.
They want it to be low scoring, and they want to be able to make shots and have their talent show through on the scores, and sometimes that's not always the case. It's difficult. It's very difficult anymore with all the equipment and two-handers.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of stuff going on anymore, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge. This one here is unique in the way that he runs it. It's multiple entry, so I like that.
Uh-huh.
If I was a bowler, I would like that. Ours is difficult. If you have a couple bad games, sometimes it's hard to come back from that.
Well, okay, yeah, because your format is carry the pins through, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it makes a giant impact. I was just speaking of scoring pace because for me, this is really enjoyable to watch because we were talking about it earlier when you weren't on in the booth about the artistry of bowling, right? We don't see it's a different art. I won't say what the guys are doing today isn't art, but it's a different art than, I watched you play with your thumb in it, throw it, 6 to 5.
Right.
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 And then, I've also watched you take your thumb out of it and throw it, 30 to the lip. So
Sure.
it's just a different artistry, and we don't see that the shot making where your most smallest mistake you get maximum penalty, and that's what it seems like here this week.
Oh, there's no doubt about
The
it.
smallest mistake it is. I mean, it's 6
I
out of
think
6.
I think it's pretty critical to have a couple pieces of equipment that you're pretty sure of what's going to happen and what they're going to do when you go to the next pair.
Right.
Because you've got people moving left, you got people moving right. You're not moving with the same pair, and you're not crossing behind the same pair.
Yep.
Right.
So it makes it doubly difficult.
Like Matt, I'm a giant fan of you. I've always been a giant fan of you. I would have liked to seen you stay out there a little bit longer because I feel like you would have got to 10 titles, especially as the game now where you became the master of not having your thumb in it. And I'll never forget the 300 in Reno. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Great moment for bowling. Great moment for so many people, including yourself. But I just think the game is it's a power game now. It's a power dominant game. More now than it ever has been.
More now than it ever has been. That's for sure. You guys have your own accolades yourselves. I can't recite your bios, but I know both of you have done great bowling. So there's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you're doing this commentating. There's a reason why people want to hear what you have to say because they know that you know.
Yeah, listen, I'm a fan of bowling too, right? I'm just a fan. Obviously I bowled at the highest level, and I bowled against a lot of the greatest bowlers. I mean, how lucky am I? I got to bowl with Earl Anthony, his first tournament back in a World Team Challenge, and then I go to Australia, and I met Belmo when he was 16 years old.
Wow.
And called Bill Crispin that day and said, Bill, I don't know what I've just seen, but we need to get this guy bowling balls tomorrow. You know, and
Is that right?
yeah, that's how it worked out. I saw him bowling on a TV show in Australia. So you take the, from Earl to Belmo, and,
yeah.
and then there's you know how many great champions there are in between all that.
Sure.
For me, I'm still a bowling fan, and
Sure.
and good bowling is good bowling. I don't care where it is or because winning anything is hard, as you know.
Yes.
You won a bunch of times and won a lot of stuff in your career, but you also stopped short. Did you stop short? Did you stop because? And I'm curious because I've never asked you, I never talked to you about it. Did you stop because you wanted to go into something else, or did you stop because injuries, or you just didn't like the direction of where things were going?
Okay, well, at that point, I was 38, 39 years old. They were just getting ready to go to an all-exempt tour. I was exempt. I still had an exemption for the next year, but I could see the writing on the wall. My body was hurting somewhat.
Right, okay. Makes sense.
It took me sometimes 35, 40 minutes in the morning to straighten up, just to get straight. And so I knew my time was very limited. I also had an opportunity at home in a bowling center with my family to be part ownership. So I could see that was probably my best avenue. Did I miss bowling? Oh, yeah, I missed it a lot. I mean, I see this, and I haven't been around this other than our tournament. And our tournament's different. When you run that thing, I got so many concerns and worries, and we've had some issues with machinery, and so it's been very difficult. And so trying to get through that portion of it, and bowlers per se, there's always a few that are upset and wanting to bend my ear a little bit about what's happened, or why is this, or why did that happen? So it was much better for me to move on to something different. But I did miss it. I sure missed it.
Bowling missed you. I can tell you. Bowling missed one of the best characters we've ever had in bowling. But listen, we don't have a lot of. We don't have a lot of honest people that tell it how it is. That wear it right here.
Yeah.
You knew with you wore it right here, and honesty as it gets. And for me, I think that's one of the best traits anybody can have. And I think bowling missed your presence. I do.
Thank you. I'm there's so many great bowlers that I got to bowl with.
Sure.
The reason why I got better is because I was around people that were better than me.
Yeah.
And I got to see that on a week in, week out basis. And you don't get better unless you're around people that are better than you.
100%.
And I there's a lot of folks out there that are scared to take that challenge, but I wholeheartily endorse that.
Right.
You got to go out there. You got to put yourself out there in the mix and get humbled, because you're going to learn from it.
Absolutely.
The guy that comes to my mind because he did it for so long, Norm Duke in our era. People don't appreciate how great that guy really
Norm was my number one.
Yeah,
he was my number one. Yeah. I mean, Walter Ray, don't get me wrong, he was great.
Yeah.
Marshall, Mark, Earl.
Yeah.
You can pull those names out. And then the game that I won, where I beat Norm for my first title in Toledo, and I will tell you that game, Norm bowled a superior game.
Yes.
He bowled a great game.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he bowled.
I just got lucky. I got lucky. I tripped 2 in the 9th for a double, and he couldn't lock me out. So if I doubled, I won. But if you watch that game, it's pretty ugly. From my standpoint, I was very fortunate.
Yeah, you think of it. That's who I think of, because I was just at the PBA League with Norm, and he still today. If you made the lane flatter and you made it hard like this, I'm sorry, I'm taking Norm Duke.
Yeah, he's still playing.
He's still in the top 5 in the planet. And
100%.
And because, like Matt, we were talking earlier, you weren't listening because you weren't on. The game has become such a left to right game on the power side of things. And that doesn't take away from the guy's greatness, don't get me wrong. But I can tell you the last time they ran dual pattern tournaments, you know what happened?
No.
Norm Duke won them both.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Back to back at 54 years of age.
Is that right?
Yeah.
40 years.
One lane, one lane,
40.
one lane, the other lane. Yep. He won them back to back. He won 39 and 40 back to back weeks in Indianapolis, and then I want to say in Jonesboro.
It was Jonesboro.
And it was dual pattern. Now, it's not a surprise to me, because on dual patterns, what are you supposed to do? You got to be able to change angles, change your hand, be able to do different things.
Absolutely. And see it, and feel it, and be able to repeat it.
Right, 54 years of age, and he got it done. So, and 54 is not old, but I'm just saying, when you're bowling against the young guys, it's in today's game. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Well, and then how about at 56 leading the Masters?
Yeah, he led the Masters, and if Simonson doesn't throw all 3 in the 10th, Norm wins the Masters at 56.
Is that right?
Yeah, he led the Masters. And they were impossible that year.
I'm sure.
It was
Well,
2022.
the harder, the better for Norm.
That's what I'm saying. So the environment is obviously dictated quite a bit about, because clearly you can see if you want to not let him throw it left or right, and hook the whole lane, you can do that.
Absolutely,
You can do that.
You can.
Now, is it exciting? I mean, for your non-bowling purists that we're still trying to sell it to, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, right?
It's hard to say.
But I mean, greatness is greatness, no matter how you cut it up.
It sure is. And Norm was definitely that. There's no doubt about it.
Gosh.
Walter Ray could do tricks with a bowling ball too. I watched him do it. I'm not saying Walter Ray the person is. I'm not against Walter Ray. Him and I didn't get along the greatest just because I was the way I was.
Yeah.
And Walter's a pretty serious guy. Okay, so my jokes to him weren't very funny. But and I understood that. But boy, could he throw it.
Could he bowl.
He could do some amazing things too. I give him lots of credit. Really.
Yeah, that right to left where he just kept it in front of you, where it looked like it didn't even. It had no chance to play, but he's over there playing it.
Yeah. Well, I just never. He didn't have. He would play fourth, fifth arrow sometimes when I didn't think it was very good, and he did it in. We were at a U.S. Open in New York one year. It was at
'93. Yeah, he led
Doug
with a
Kent's
maxim.
place.
Yeah, he led with a maxim.
Yeah. I mean, come
led
on.
the U.S.
Give me a
Open
break.
by hundreds.
Yeah.
He led by hundreds.
He did. I don't know if he won. I don't think he won.
He lost to Del Ballard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bowling encyclopedia.
Is that right?
Yeah, Del Ballard was throwing an ultimate weapon.
He can tell you every show you bowled.
Really?
And
Just about.
what color shirt you had on. But yeah, the game. I've been around it for a while and still in it. Obviously, on this side of it, watching a lot more because of my injuries and not again, like you said, your body, it takes a toll.
That's not the same.
And the frustrating thing as a competitor, when you can see it and you know what you need to do, but your body doesn't allow you to do it. How does it make you feel? You're like, golly, what am I doing?
Super
What am I doing?
frustrating.
Oh
Super
my God.
frustrating.
Well, hardest thing on the planet to do.
Yes.
Tell us what's going on in your life. Tell us what's happening. What are you doing?
We've had that place now, the center now, for 25 years.
Okay.
And Steve's in his 70s and I'm 63.
Okay.
So it's almost time for us to get going.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. I know he has things that he wants to do before he goes 10 toes up.
Yeah, and you want to travel? What is this? Travel and do some things?
Yeah, for sure.
Spend
And
some time with
something
your
like,
family?
this is just this is a lot of fun for me right here.
Sure.
I had my girl. We came down a couple days ago.
Great.
Spent some time with her just doing nothing, just doing whatever we wanted to do. And then came here for a little bit. She liked it. She's not much of a bowler herself, but really enjoyed it. She liked it. And got to be around and introduce her to some people that I've known for, like yourself and Matt, a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. And they've been very kind to me. That's I can't tell you how much it feels good just to be able to come back and see some guys there. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
How you doing? That felt.
I'm telling you, bowling
feels
missed
great.
you. Missed you. I mean, I know you haven't left bowling because obviously you've made a giant impact in New Mexico. But as far as traveling and the other, they still tell stories about it today. The Mike Miller stories from the guys, just the locker room banter.
Yeah, I've heard some of those stories, and I'll tell you what, they've taken on a life of their own. Yeah, the real stories, which we can't talk about here for sure. They're embellished. They're embellished just a little.
It is interesting how stories tend to gain a little momentum and steam over time.
Yeah,
if
for
you know
sure.
what I mean.
For sure.
You know what I mean. Well, listen, I'm super happy to see you.
Thank you.
And I do before you call it quits, I sure would like to get down to your tournament and see it. I've never been down there. I never had the opportunity.
It's a great tournament. Unbelievable tournament.
Thank you. It's
Really
a good tournament. It's it pays well.
Yeah, you're going to
what,
rename it to Francois Lavoie Open?
I don't know. Frankie loves that place, and
Sure
you know
does.
what? He's a shot maker himself.
Yeah.
So
We've
he's
been
old school.
talking about that. Yep.
He's old school,
Yep.
and he can keep it online if he needs
Old
to.
soul. Old soul.
Yes, he is. And
You don't win 2 U.S. Opens, and he's got 5 titles, but he's got 3 majors.
Isn't that crazy?
He's got 3 majors.
Yeah.
You know
Because
how
they're
hard it is to win a
typically
major.
harder.
Yeah.
Typically.
2 U.S. Opens.
That's
Man.
That's fairly boss right
Yeah,
there.
that's legit.
Mhm.
That's
Yes,
fairly boss. I like that.
That is
I like
fairly
that.
boss.
What about you? Have you touched a ball at all? Have you done any bowling?
I had my knees done last year. One in September and one in December. So
Replacements?
Yeah, replacements.
Good.
I had partial replacements before that. That's my 11th and 12th surgery, so my knees are pretty jacked. And it's from bowling. It's all from bowling. So
Wow.
I bowl a little. I can bowl now if I wanted to. If I wanted to put the work in. The problem is I can't just go out there and just throw it just for the fun.
Well, the competitive desire
I
is still
just
going to
can't.
take over.
It's so hard for me to not look at it the way I used to look at it. It's impossible. You do it one way and you do it that way for a period of time.
You're not changing.
No, you're not.
You're not
No,
changing.
you're not.
It's in your DNA, right?
Yeah.
That's
So
what I always say.
Yeah,
It's
I
in your
like to
DNA.
help people now. It's more fun for me to try to give away some things that I learned, throughout the years.
100%.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. It's like I said, I haven't been out here to Arizona in a long time, so I didn't know what to expect. Good friends with Carl for decades, and
Sure.
said, come on out to the tournament. I'll have you out, and I'm like, and what a blessing. I get to see you, get to have a chat with you on here, and then just talk bowling in general. I mean, I obviously watch a lot of bowling still, which is hard for me. Because
Yeah.
the last couple of times I bowled, I was competitive still, but the body, like you said, it won't allow you to do it. So the craziest thing that for me sometimes it gets frustrating as it's a tour rep or something. You're standing in the back and I'm living and dying with all the players' shots, trying to help them, trying to figure out the maze, paint the picture, what have you.
Sure.
You make a wrong call, and then well, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Well-
want to spend 18 hours in the
Oh,
bowling
my
center,
God.
not be by my family, so I can MF you and make sure I get you in the
Right.
wrong ball.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you kidding me right now?
Oh, yeah. Well,
But,
and
hey.
some people do need the help. Some people do need
Yeah.
help. I've always felt like you should be your own best boss.
Yeah,
you
reps
should-
weren't prevalent in your time. You guys didn't have a lot of repping in your time.
No, we didn't.
Towards the end of your career a little bit, right?
Pretty much. I mean, Billy Hall was out there. Klonker was out there. Klumpkin was out
Yep,
there.
yep.
And some guys that were really, really very good at it. And guys would depend on them. But for the most part, there wasn't a lot. And like I said, I always think it's better that you should be responsible for yourself.
Yeah,
Totally agree.
100%.
As a rep, I say, hey, this is what I see. But in the end, when you go from tile to wood, or tile to synthetic, you're the one throwing the ball. You're the making the decisions. I give you information. What you do with it is your job.
Deal.
Because last time I'm still waiting for the percentages of all those tournaments we went by.
You haven't gotten it yet?
I'm just waiting. but
Still waiting on those reciprocals.
yeah,
huh?
but so it's not me. It's not me that you can't blame me when I'm wrong,
Right.
because what if we're right?
Right.
So
The only thing I ever thought about a rep is if I ever got any help or just an opinion, is if it was something that I was thinking already in my head.
okay, reaffirmation.
Yeah, then I would say, okay, that's right. That's the thing.
And balls. When obviously they were super dynamic when towards the end of your
Toward
career.
the end, yeah.
Towards the end, but they're even way more dynamic now than they were then. So, I would have thought that maybe a rep would be important to say, hey, this ball's designed to do X. This ball's designed to do Y. This ball's designed to, and then you
Plug
fit
it
that
in.
in, plug it
Yes.
into your equation and figure out where it is. Where it is.
Absolutely.
That's great. So how long are you staying in town for, bud?
I'm going to be here through this evening. I might be here in the morning, and then I got to get going. I got to go back to work, finish up some things, and then.
You think it's on the time where it's time to go to safaris and
I don't know.
see African lions?
I don't know about African lions.
Go to the Galapagos Islands.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I know it's definitely time to go to the golf course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that your passion when you're
I
not
still
in the
like
bowling
to play
center?
golf. Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy
But it's
it.
fun, right?
Yeah, it's fun. I'm having a good time.
That's great.
I don't have expectation because I've never was really that great at golf. So when I have a couple of a decent round or whatever, or maybe a couple of birdies, I'm like, all right.
Fun, right? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this is
great.
unbelievable.
It's great. It's fun.
I'll give you a quick golf story. I've been really lucky. I've got a really good friend that plays on the PGA Champions Tour, and
Okay.
I've caddied for him
Oh wow.
on the PGA Champions Tour.
Wow.
You want to talk about nervous? There's Woody Austin. He's a good friend
Yeah,
of mine. Woody
I know.
played on the President's Cup. He's the guy that they called Aquaman, fell in the water and put the
Yes,
goggles on.
I know who Woody Austin is.
10-time PGA Tour champion. 5 on the regular, 5 on the senior.
Okay.
So I'm all excited. I'm going to carry the bag, right? I'm like, so we go there and practice. And I guess it's kind of like people watching us bowl, right? That haven't been around bowling at our level, right?
Okay.
So, I've been around golf, and I'm like, all right, golf, you guys. Then you go around that golf, and it's you want to talk about a whole different world. I'm like every shot, like they're landing it where the paper is, right? They're landing it. Well, I'm gonna hit it here. I'm, oh my God! You just realize
Amazing.
You realize the separation, right?
Right.
So the first time I'm caddying, we get rained out on Friday. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna do 36 on Saturday. I said, okay, well, who are we paired with? I'm all excited, and Woody is a former champion at this place. Actually, they're playing this week at the same place. Because I'm nervous. There's caddy etiquette. You got to carry the bag.
Sure.
Yeah, we're teamed up with our playing partners are Scott McCarron and Bernard Longer.
Oh, no way.
I went, are you kidding me? We're going to play with the cyborg of golf, Bernard Longer. Are you kidding me? The guy that's won more than
Right.
you. So now I'm really scared.
I bet.
I'm
Nervous,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to you don't want to stand in the wrong spot. And you want to talk about like a golfing cyborg, like never too high, never too low, just boom, boom, boom. The sport at that level, it was such an eye-opening experience.
Yeah,
Such
for
an eye-opening
sure.
experience.
So that's great, though.
Yeah,
You
and
get
it was
to do that.
amazing just to be, because I'm kind of like you in golf, right? I used to be a decent golfer and knocking around, but you make a couple birdies, you get excited. Like, this is
Yeah,
great.
it's awesome.
But when you see it at that level, like, oh my God, it's. So I've been really blessed. I've been inside the ropes 3 times. I was inside the ropes this year at in Birmingham, Alabama, at the major in Birmingham at the Tradition. So it was
That's great.
yeah, it's really cool. So golfing, I'm kind of with you there. I don't know why bowling and golf are so synonymous. I think there's a lot of parallels.
Yes, there's a lot of
I do.
parallels.
I do.
There
So
is.
We'll wish you the best on your golf
thank
game.
you, Tim.
Golf
I
game,
appreciate
and,
it. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
I know me, Matt. I'll let you close it off. I'm super thankful that you came in. Super pumped to see you, man. I'm going to tell people I'm like Brandon and Mike Miller out there was great, and wish you all the best moving forward and good health. And my goal is still to get down there. Hopefully, get down there and see your tournament.
Okay, that'd be fantastic.
I won't be bowling right now, but it sure would be nice to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Great to see you, brother.
Good to see you, brother.
Mike, thanks so much, man.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller.
Rio Rancho.
Rio
Rancho, 10 pins and more.
Yeah.
Albuquerque,
New Mexico.
New Mexico, Rio Rancho.
The New Mexico Open, it's in August every year.
Yes.
So
third weekend
of August every year. Put it on your calendars. It is a phenomenal event. I bowled it a couple times. Great event. And, like you said, you and Steve and the whole family there, you do a great job. So
thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. That's really nice of you to have me on.
Appreciate you,
so
bud.
much.
All the best, man. Enjoy your time here.
All right.
Safe travels home.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mikey.
Wow,
Mike Miller.
That's
are you
a
kidding
treat,
me?
man. That's cool.
Holy cow.
What a treat.
What a
What a
that
treat.
doesn't happen often, I
No.
can tell you. See you, brother. I just, I'm a giant. Like I told him, I'm a giant fan of bowling, right? And Mike laid his history. He's and what pedigree he has in bowling. It's just anytime we can get a mind like that and just perspective and just a voice like that who's given a lot to the sport, and still does great things for us. Wow, it's a blessing for us. That was really cool.
Absolutely.
That was really cool.
Yeah, a guy who's won national title. He won a national major title, and he shot 300 on TV.
Yeah, he's done it all.
He's
got 5 or 6 titles. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not a one-time wonder.
He also made a show with his thumb in the ball. He made a show with his thumb in the ball, got to the TV show. It was at the Hilton, the Reno Hilton. I think it was a Choice Hotels Classic or something like that. And made the show using his thumb. Got to the show, decided not to use his thumb. But I thought it was cool. I go, how's that versatility?
Yeah, I mean,
you can make a show using your thumb, and then you can make shows not using your thumb.
Amazing when you
Pretty
think
cool.
about it. Yeah,
Pretty
amazing
cool.
when you think about it. So
Yep.
that's what I was talking about. I mean, you talked about the artistry of it, right?
Yep.
Here you got Mike.
He's an artist.
Yeah, artist. He can throw it up 5 as straight as an arrow with his thumb in it and take the rev rate out, and then go right into 30 and go 30 to 5. With his thumb at him.
Oh, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
just unbelievable. Yeah.
So let's take an update on the scores. We're gonna throw it over to our boss, BB. the one that makes this whole live stream go.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
My favorite Buckeye. Fire away, Blair. What do we got?
Josh Kennedy still up top for this squad, although he bowled 189 game 3.
I think he's staying out too long. That's my prediction. Look at Darren Tane. Darren Tane's still going to shoot 200 this game, most likely. He threw a bad shot there. But look at how far left Darren has moved.
We did talk about it, though, Matt.
Yep.
What did we say? Game 3 was the game we needed to move. So.
Yep, I agree.
So Deontay Fields, who we watched bowl right in front of us, he, with that 247, moved into second on the squad, plus 56, excuse me. Matthew Jones in third, and Miles Hamilton.
Looks like we got eight people 600 or better after 3 games. Can they sustain that?
This game is big for Darren. Sorry to interrupt him.
No, you're good.
After 3, he's plus 6, so this could be a big game for him.
Yeah, just to get it, you want to get a cushion going into the last game. So if you bowl 170, you don't fall out of the cut, right? You want to be that 50, 60 over number if you can get enough pins to get to that point.
100%.
Then you're in good shape.
Yep.
Anybody in the chat? Thanks for just want to thank everybody for tuning in. All the people at home and wherever you are around the country for tuning in. To the Agent Ong Open. Blessed to be part of it. Rotagrip, presenting sponsor. And, I mean, Carl's done a great job and Steph's done a great job. You look at all the sponsors up there, they've done a phenomenal job. So just blessed to be part of it. And, it's been a fun 24 hours for me. And it's about to get more fun because look who just joined us to our right in the booth.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, geez,
the man himself,
here we go again.
Carl.
What's going on? How you guys doing?
We're doing great. How are you doing, Carl?
Great. How about having Mike Miller in the booth?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to send him over.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you have to think about it. I have Blair, Matt McNeil, Tim Mack, and now Mike Miller.
Blair shouldn't be eliminated from that.
No, stop it. Stop it. I give credit where credit is due. You guys are doing the heavy lifting and making my tournament look really good. And it's not because of the tournament, it's because of you guys in here.
I think you've done a great job.
Yeah, you make it look good yourself. It looks beautiful out here, and the people are coming, right?
Yeah,
They're coming.
Look at all the sponsors you have and just the hard work and the legwork. People don't realize the amount of effort and time it goes into. This is a year-round thing that you've now created into another one of your passions. And got to give you credit, Carl. You've done a great job, and hopefully we can continue to build on what you've already put together here, and it can continue to be more successful for you.
I appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. But I will tell you that, it's a labor of love. I promise you. It is not for anything else other than never been the strongest in the physical game, never made it very far in the levels of tournament play such as yourself or Matt. And for me to stay around the sport of bowling is the reason why I do it. Because if I can't do it physically, I want to be around it some way, shape, or form. So this was the best way for me to stay involved in the sport of bowling and to have people like yourself and all the sponsors that are involved with it. When I take a step back, I'm mind blown by the amount of support that I've received. So again, I don't say it for anything else other than I'm truly humbled, and I appreciate everyone that's out here this week that have shown me such love and support. And this tournament is nothing without the people behind the scenes as well as the bowlers themselves. So without a doubt, thank you to everybody.
Yeah, well said, Carl. Well said. Listen, it's a top-notch product that you've put on, and really, really, really proud to be part of it.
I'm glad you're here.
Just want to update some of the people in the chat. We've got a couple questions in here. The one gentleman asked, what's the pattern, basket bowlers? What's the pattern? You can tell the bowlers, since this is your tournament, what you put out there for them.
So I can tell you that we're not releasing the graph or quote-unquote the roadmap. You're not going to see that until Monday. I did give people information, and all they know is it's 44 feet, 36 mils, and the ratio is a little less than 2 to 1.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's all you need to know. And then, like we touched on before with Matt and also Mike in here, go be the artist and go paint your picture. Let your ball be your navigation, right? Let your ball tell you where you need to be and what you need to do. Then we got Brooklyn Rob who's come in. He said you guys are still doing the chat.
We did sleep here last night,
We
Rob.
slept here
Yep,
last night.
We did. Yep.
We slept with your spare ball. We put some extra tape in the thumb.
Oh, jeez.
So you're going to be just fine in qualifying when
Oh,
you come
Lord,
When's
tomorrow.
he coming? Is he bowling
Yeah,
tomorrow?
he's going to come tomorrow, I think. So.
You know, and on that note, I haven't seen Rob bowl in years.
What a bowler.
Physically.
Yeah, what a
And
bowler.
wow. Brooklyn Rob, I seriously, as
Gotta tip your cap. Gotta tip your
the
cap.
chants say in a crowd at an event, you still got it.
Yeah. Too soon, Tim. He's giving me the business.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. And
Listen,
apparently,
hey, Brooklyn Rob, you know how it is on the East Coast. You know,
He might show up with
take
a
the
whole
good and
new
the bad.
spare ball tomorrow.
Nah, I mean,
oh,
He might.
listen.
you know, there's a pro shop here. One of our sponsors, Bowling Dynamics. I'm sure they can punch you up a T-zone or a mix, I should say.
Mix,
a storm mix.
Listen, the Belmo ball.
Oh, the
I
Belmo
just
ball.
needed an extra piece of tape last night.
Oh,
Once
It's
he
a
had the
great
tape, he was
piece.
fine.
That Belma ball is coveted. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta back up what you said, Carl. I thought Brooklyn Rob. It's hard for me to call Rob because both were Robs
Right.
bowling each other. I thought he asserted himself unbelievable last night, especially after losing game 4 because of the couple spares, and then getting
Making
down
it a match.
660 and then
bringing it back.
bringing it back. I mean, it just shows you the heart that he still has, and the shot making ability that he still has. I got to give him a lot of credit, and kudos to him for making it a great match. He
They
did say
both bowled great.
that spare ball is too expensive to get rid of.
It is. Agreed.
I agree with you. Scoring pace and where people playing makes sense. Yeah, it is a tough scoring pace across the house. That's why the scoring pace is so low. But yeah, this is gonna be a great test to whoever wins this tournament.
Oh, and
it's gonna
speaking
be-
of the action match, Robert Smith is just walking. Oh, are
walking
you in
by
front of us?
Walking by us with some apple juice.
You here? Perfect.
It looks like he's on 11 and 12. He's got his apple juice with him, so he's ready to go. Yeah, listen, it's you're going to have to really bowl well to win this bowling tournament. You're going to have to really, really, really bowl well. So, okay. No time like the present to finish hard.
Yeah,
Rob,
I've improved every game.
yeah, Rob's just come up and showed us a score sheet. He started at 150 and has been improving every game for 4 straight games. So I'll leave you to think what he's got.
We just need a 2 in front of a game at the first digit.
Yeah,
we need a 2.
Usually when you have a 2, that
Better.
bodes well for your standing.
That's on the plus side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So since
It's hard work.
you're in front of us, and I know that people can't see Robert, how long have the 3 of us known each other?
Yeah,
Between
long time.
Timmy, Rob, and I. Oh my goodness.
We go back a long way. So
I
that was
mean-
one of the benefits of being out here is coming to see you guys and being in the bowling center. I haven't seen Matt in a while. There's a lot of guys I haven't seen, so it's cool. It's cool to see all the familiar faces, and that's what I was trying to say. Having Mike Miller in the booth, man, that was pretty neat. So it's been a fun 20 hours for me, and not even.
Yeah, you still got a couple more days to go.
Yeah,
This
it's
is perfect.
just been really fun, really really fun.
But the amount of majors, Eagles, PBA titles in this building this whole weekend,
Pretty cool.
I mean, it's pretty astronomical.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So, and then
Pretty cool what your vision and dream can put together, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty neat to see. So
And then speaking of Eileen Linares, right in front of us on lane 10 that just struck, she's from New Mexico. She made a monster run at New Mexico Open this year, and she's from New Mexico. I don't know if you've ever met her, Tim, but she can bowl.
yeah, she keeps it up in front of her, which is perfect for when the lanes are super super difficult like this. It's perfect for her style of game where she's very very comfortable and confident in those lines. So it's pretty neat. Kevin Jenkins coming by. The big fella's gonna come by and say hi.
KJ, what's
Yeah,
up, buddy?
let's go. Get your butt over here. Yeah, Mike Miller, great guy. You got that right. Robert has to wait for game 5. Rob Pierce out. Last night, you guys are funny, man. Thanks for keeping the laugh. So. But hey, Brooklyn Rob, make sure you get in the gym and work those biceps. So, we'll get you a looser shirt for tomorrow, so that it doesn't affect your swing. So you can throw some more strikes in qualifying. So we're looking forward to seeing you.
Speaking of another bowler, Tim Cagle.
Yeah,
The run that he made
we talked about
at
it
Tour
earlier.
Trials,
Yeah, we talked about
unreal.
it. We talked about it. You know, the talent in the squad alone, I mean, is impressive. You got Ryan Howard right to his left. Obviously, Matt's right in front of us. And
Matt
then,
Jones, yep.
You know, Josh bowling great. You know, Robert Smith's here.
Greg Thompson.
You know, GT3.
Yeah.
You know, there's just a lot of talent in the building. There's no doubt about it.
And Mr. 543 behind me for 2.
That's a high score.
And that's and he's the only 300. And I mean, it's only a short history of 2 years. He's the only man that has 300.
Yeah, I can see why. they're a little difficult. I can tell you. But I guess for the people that are watching, what's the vision? What's the overall goal? Right? Where do you want to see this event get to?
That's such a tough question. When I thought about this a couple years ago, it's funny. I want to tell you kind of a quick little story. In February of 23, I had this idea when I was in the center. I walked up to the GM and said, "Hey, I need 4 days to host a tournament. Well, what's the format? I don't know yet. What do you want to do? I don't know yet." So I told the GM here that I would like to have the center, pick the dates.
Okay.
I locked in the dates, and then I went to work. And then a couple months later, I floored the format, and the iteration was last October. We were here. And now we're on year 2, the Strikes Back version of this tournament. And I don't know what the future holds. All I know is the partnerships continue to grow. And one of the biggest partnerships is with SPI, Rotogrip, Storm, 900.
And speaking of that, I talked to our big fella this morning. Want to send our well wishes to Schlem.
Absolutely.
He had to go to the emergency room today.
Seriously?
So
Another
but
one?
he's doing well. With procedure with his, with the surgery that he had.
What's going on?
We just want to let Big Schlem know that we're all thinking about him, and that we miss him here.
Absolutely.
And that thanks for the support on the Rotogrip side, and also want to thank Tyler Jensen, the president of our company, for, and our whole staff up there, our management team up there for getting behind you and supporting this event.
No, and actually, I had a quick little interaction with Tyler just before the tournament started a few days ago, and I wanted to thank him personally for giving me the opportunity to work with Gary and you guys as a whole. Yeah. And I just wanted to say thank you to SPI.
We're gonna throw a little, send Slam the best. We will, Rob. And I'm with you too. It's great to see the Mets up 8 runs. Let's go Mets. Big Met fan. So make it a series. Let's go. I know there's a lot of Dodger fans out here where we are in Arizona. So be careful what you're saying. But Carl, what do you got? What do you got from Matt?
So Matt Jones just came up to me. I bowl league with him on Tuesday nights.
Okay.
And
he bowls 300 every other week.
So he normally bowls 300 every other week. No doubt about it. However, what was funny is the last couple of weeks they've been super cliffed at our center.
Okay.
I mean, he's gone back-to-back 160s. A couple
that doesn't
weeks.
happen.
I asked him when's the last time he won 160, 160. He goes, I think it was 15. So, and then he says to me, I'll never complain about Tuesday nights ever again because that'll be walled compared to what we're bowling on today. Okay. No, I think he's being a little dramatic.
I think he's trying to tell you.
I don't think he's being dramatic.
He's being a little dramatic, Blair.
No. I think I am not bowling, and I am ready to go back to league to my walled up kind of condition.
I'm glad I'm back here.
I'm feeling the same.
I'm happy I'm back here.
I'm
calling
good.
the action.
I'm good. No thanks.
But back to Schlem, my prayers. I'm thinking of him, and I wish him the best. And yes,
yeah, he's doing better. I did talk to him.
Good, but I would tell you, if Schlem was here, what a whole nother level of party.
Oh yeah.
Hey, right in front of us, we got some strings.
We do.
Yeah, it's Matt Jones with a 4-bagger. Obviously digging in from Tuesday night league after shooting back-to-back 160s. So.
And then if we go down to lane, what is that? 5 and 6.
Yeah, it looks like
it's that 4 or 5 cover right there by Eileen.
Oh, nice. But 5 and 6, we got.
Should be Ryan Howard. He's got
Ryan,
he got a 4-bagger.
and he should be stepping up on lane.
If it's not Ryan, it's somebody else. It's the
Is
other
it,
gentleman
is
with
it the right
long
lane
beard.
or is he bowling on the left or right?
It's Brad.
Yeah.
Okay, Brad Erickson.
Brad
Brad
Erickson.
Erickson's got the
Yep.
4-bagger up there.
You'll see him all the way to
On
your
the left.
To your left, yeah. All right, here goes Brad. Black Cloud. Black Cloud in the house. That's me.
I haven't seen this yet. What
Oh, no, we haven't done it yet.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Black
oh.
Cloud animation.
thought it was-
Tomorrow we will be unveiling it at the.
Oh.
We start at 9 again tomorrow?
No, 1 hour earlier.
8 a.m.?
Yes, so let
So,
me.
so you're trying to kill our sleep even more, Agent
Well,
Ong.
I'm trying to get you to sleep earlier Saturday night.
Okay, that's fair. All right,
So
okay.
either you're staying up an hour later or going to bed an hour earlier. I don't know how you want to
I
look.
know. Yeah, fair. Okay, all right.
So
cool.
yeah, just for everyone that's out there, this happened last year. So I
Okay.
want to make it abundantly clear. Because of the Desperado we run right after the 6 o'clock squad after we announce the cut, we're moving everything an hour up. So the squad times are now 8 and 1 and
Okay.
6
Okay, here we go.
versus 9 and 2.
Perfect.
Okay?
We're in.
And that all that information is on our Facebook page and our website.
And then we're still doing race to 3 in the action tonight.
No, it's yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
Race to
Yep.
3. Okay. Cool. Cool. Lots of fun.
And before you put my foot in my mouth, let me just confirm that. I know a 5 is in it, so I don't know if it's a best 3 of 5 or 5.
Race to 3.
Yeah,
Okay,
so give
all
me
right.
1 second. I
Okay.
apologize
No
for
worries.
that. I'm flustered. There's too much going on.
It happens. You are hard at work. You and your team are running a very well organized event. Squads are starting on time, which bowlers appreciate. That's key, right?
We're never late.
Yeah.
And knock on wood, we are never late so far.
That's great.
And our short history, we're good.
Yes. That is the key.
Five games, 500 a game. I apologize.
So they're bowling they're bowling
Five
five games.
at $500 a game.
Okay. All right. There you go, folks.
And I just got a message for Mr. Simo.
Yeah.
He will be in the building tomorrow.
Awesome. We have been saying that anyone in the area can come and view the great elite bowlers. We got regional champs, we got national champs, a little bit of everything here.
And we have amazing amateurs too.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Another great spare by Miss Eileen.
Robert was just on a 3-bagger and go wrap 10 spare. He's making a run. Maybe Brooklyn Rob was right. Robert had to wait till game 5.
That's funny. Brooklyn Rob says Simo won action. Just kidding. Seriously kidding. I don't know. Rob, don't put that out in the air.
I might. I don't know. That might make his ways to his ears. We'll see.
Yeah, really. He reads the comments. Oh, a little trippy. I like the trips. Tim Cagle stomped and struck. For the record, stomp, strike.
And I think that's probably the fact that sometimes on this pattern, you think you throw out the window and it actually works.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then on vice versa, you think you pure a shot and you go 6 count. And apparently that's the new nickname for this tournament. If you're gonna miss, you're gonna get 6. I mean,
Yes.
have you been seeing that pretty much?
Yes.
Is that a true statement?
Where you miss and you get 6. Although not so much right now. It's really the beginning. The fresh, you miss, you get 6. Instant. Insta 6. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I want that moniker at all for my tournament, but I mean, if it's there, it's there. I mean, Matt Jones got. Is that 5, Matt?
5.
Wow.
Yes. Now Rob says he'll back him versus someone else.
That's probably a better play. Just saying.
You might have a spare ball you can borrow, though. Just kidding. Just kidding.
No,
Do a swap.
That's
Spare ball swap.
That's gonna stay for a while.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
this, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, as
You
much.
put yourself out there.
I mean, as much as he's talking, he's gonna have to take it a little bit, and I know he's good for it. I know he's good for it.
All right. We've got. So we are getting down to the end of game number 5.
Yep.
Got 1 game left. And then we got some sweepers. Too soon. Nope. Nope. Not too soon. You know, Rob, I don't know if you've watched back the match yet, but Matt McNeil called out the worst of the week. And
You're on it.
I know I'm not.
No,
He
not
gave
you.
Gave it to
No.
Rob.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
No,
so,
not you.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure I have said something that qualifies for me for the worst of the week. I guarantee. And Brooklyn, Rob, if you do that to me, we'll have words. well,
She'll fly back down.
I will
personally
bring
just
you
to whip
on
your
the
ass.
bolt, and we'll do our own worst of the week.
Just show highlights.
Yeah, right. Oh, solid pickup. What's the gentleman's name in front of us?
Jason O.
Yeah, that was great.
He's all the way from the East Coast. He's such a nice guy and a big supporter of my tournament, and just loves the sport. Just out here to bowl and have a great time.
Solid. Those are the supporters you need. That's how it grows.
Absolutely.
All right, what do we got? We got a 223. And not a lot of, like... Oh, shoot. There's some 256 down there. Who was 256? Who bowled 256 on lane 15?
I didn't see who left the pair, but then I know Sam,
Yep.
Mr. Cooley, is on the 250 pace?
And
No.
Sam...
220 pace.
Look at scores here. So Josh Kennedy fell to second on the squad. He bowled 158 his second game. He is only plus 30 now. Matt Herbert is plus 33. He's been grinding away 215, 222, 221 the last 3 games. Matthew Jones plus 25. Jonathan Mayer plus 23. Eileen, look at Eileen.
I'm telling you.
Plus
she can-
22.
She can flat out bowl.
Yes, she can.
But
And she's
now-
making some spares now.
This is where I thought that the pace and this cut score would start creeping up now. And then with 3 games to go tomorrow, you know, what's the cut as of right now? We are minus, call it 60.
Yeah, minus 60.
I'm curious to see what it's going to be after game 6 here.
Well, we only can tell now. I did chat with Mark Mazzulla, who went down to 3 and 4. That 189 was clean on 3 and 4, and he has been solid.
Consistent all the way
Yeah,
if you look
but
at his scores.
he apparently has opened in 2 of the 10th frames, and he goes, "You can't do that. Can't do that. That's lost pins there."
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see what he. I don't. He went all the way down to the other end, so I'm not sure what he bowled this game.
Robert, I should say, just Greek church in the 9th.
Not what you want to see. Nope.
No, he was that score was going to be a big game too.
Carl, we went and checked out the B3 training facility yesterday.
Nice. Did you see Mr. Calderon?
We did. Yeah, we did. That facility is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that did you? So Mike was there.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we went over. We asked Brandy if he was there, and she goes, "Yeah, he opens at noon. Meet you over there." And we're like, "All right, let's go." So
Nice.
because we had never been there, and both Matt and I wanted to.
Yeah, it's not
see
too
it.
far.
Yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful facility.
No, I've worked with Brett. Like I'm trying to get back into bowling a little bit, and just so I've had a few lessons with Brett and Mr. Wolf, I should say, and it's an amazing facility. I mean, with Specto and everything, it's so many amazing tools to learn. And again, B3, another one of our sponsors.
Yeah. Tim, you made it over to B3 yet?
B3, where's B3?
It's like 15 minutes.
The
What is
training
it?
center, Calderons.
Oh no, I haven't. Where,
I'll take you down
Beautiful.
there tomorrow.
Well, I'll take a ride over.
Yeah, I'll take you down there for.
I
a few
haven't
minutes
seen it.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I need to get over there.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be great to see him.
I
What
had-
time's he open?
I'll call Mike and find out.
Okay, what time we squats tomorrow? Just for the people that out there.
8, 1, and 6.
So tomorrow we're 8, 1, and 6. We're gonna have a busy day tomorrow.
Yes, but I think we can sneak away during the squad for.
Yeah, I'll
Right
probably
on.
go after the 8 o'clock squad, like at the end of the squad before the second squad. I'll go over there.
Well-
I'll drive over and see him.
Okay,
Say
yeah.
hello to him. You've got duties here to take care of. So
Gotcha.
yeah, we're expecting everybody out there, full house tomorrow. So if you're watching and you're not in, prepay, but you won't lose your spot.
Absolutely. People are coming in tonight to sign up for squads
Absolute-
tomorrow.
yeah.
Absolutely. So if you're here for the sweeper tonight, which is at 6 and 8:30, if you want to go ahead and lock in your squads for tomorrow, I definitely say it's not a bad idea.
No, good idea. Then you know you at least you're bowling tomorrow, especially if you've traveled from quite a far way away. Tonight, what are the sweepers? What are they paying? What is it based on ratio? Or,
Nope. It's
entries?
guaranteed.
Okay, what's the
So
sweepers?
it's guaranteed 1,000 on top per
Okay.
sweeper.
Perfect.
And then
And
it's a 1 in
each
6.
is separate, right?
Each is separate. So whatever happens at 6 has no relevance to what happens at 8:30.
So you're going to bowl in fresh lane condition at 6 and at 8:30.
Just a 2-game burn,
2-game burn.
if you want to call it that.
Meanwhile, Matt Jones is bowling 260.
Yeah, well, that's
I
Matt.
just walked by him. He said, "Hey, I'd rather bowl on this than bowl on Tuesday Night League. This is easier for me."
Which was the complete difference of what he told me 5 minutes ago. What he said, well, Tuesday nights is going to be a whole
Got a
lot
good
easier
score?
compared to
Yeah,
this.
he's got 825, so he could take the lead after this.
Does that surprise you, though?
Nah, I mean, listen,
Exactly.
Matt's been fantastic for how many years? I mean, guy's been great for a long time. Heck of a bowler.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's got to hook a yard. It did. That's what happens when your rev rate's 550. Heck of a bowler, man. Heck of a bowler.
Phenomenal. And he won. So last year, we only had one sweeper. Who do you think won? Matt.
We paid 1,000 last year as well.
15.
Oh, really nice.
I just added 3 more, so 1,500 or 4,000.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Spread it around.
Right.
And it was 3 games last year. Now it's only 2.
Oh, they open at 10 or 11. Is that where talking about Calderon's place?
Yep. And like I said, literally 15 minutes away, all freeway from here.
Okay. See, they're getting pretty good in the middle of the lane there.
264.
I do
with
see
a little.
I see a 250 over there as well. A 250 and a 2-0 on 15 and 16. So
Yeah, we don't know who did that. I have to wait till the scores come in because It got finished before I noticed.
Okay.
256 down there, I think. Shout out to your score runners. They get the scores in pretty quick too.
Oh, I'm telling you. So that's the funny thing that between Theo and I, which runs complete bowling events, so he has a tournament club. He is my tournament director for the specific tournament. We're not really affiliated other than I hire him
To run this
to
event.
run this
Yeah,
event.
Okay. Makes sense.
So I will tell you that we work really well together. The fact that we don't get in each other's way. I do the heavy lifting, 361 days of marketing this event, getting it to here at this point in time. Once we're here, it's Theo's turn. Theo makes this
Well,
run
you-
like
I'll tell
clockwork
you-
while I am out here trying to make sure everything goes smoothly.
I'll tell you, your staff's doing fantastic.
I
Fantastic.
appreciate it.
Like Blair said, the scores are up real quick. We'll get them out. I wish is there a way, and I don't know this. Forgive me. Are you able to show the viewers the scores when they come up?
Yep, I can. Hang on a
Just
second.
try to give them an update. This is why the Buckeye is here, by the way. She's got it going on right now.
There we go.
There you
All
go.
right. So, yep.
So this is what we've seen so far. 1274 is the highest score in the building. We're going to see that beat, I think. That is already around that number right now. If you scroll down a little bit,
Right.
and we'll look at the current squad that's being contested right now, you'll see it's got some spaces in it. Keep going down, Blair.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, keep going down. So this is the current squad that's kind of going on right now. As you can see, looks like 8 people have 800 or better for 4 games. So that's a 200 average, or anything over 200. And Cesar Padilla is right there at 792. So GT3 is right there, and Missoula's right there, and so is Tim Smith. So you got a lot of guys hovering around the number.
Darren Tang is bailing out a game down on 3 and 4.
What does he have?
818. He's got 72, 02, 32, 16. Looks like he's going to bowl 192.
Yeah, he had
72 in the 6th.
3 splits and maybe an open. So that was a brutal go.
2
down
opens.
there.
He missed a spare in the second frame. He had 18 in the second frame.
I brought my glasses
Spare.
this
He's
time.
got
so
46 in the 4th.
Yeah.
72 in the 6th.
Yeah.
And shooting 191. That's a good 191.
Bailed out.
bail out.
Total bailout.
Absolutely.
Keeps
Yep.
him in. Again, we talked about that cushion, right, Blair? You want to try to have a cushion like Matt Jones has a nice cushion going into the last game, right? We're thinking 8, anything over 1,200, anything even or higher
I agree.
is going to make the cut. So Matt with that 260 just put himself in great position.
However, every time we've said, there's been so many times we've seen it, 260, 160, 260, 140.
Yeah, but luckily,
it's just crazy.
Matt-
He has
Matt's
a cushion. I agree.
has a big enough cushion
But
on his own.
I've seen 130s a ton, 140s. It's crazy. Your plus goes away really, really fast here.
Listen. We said it last night. We said it earlier today with Blair and myself and Matt. The Agent Ong miss is automatic 6.
6.
It is
Auto
automatic
6.
6.
I think that
Auto 6.
you guys are creating this
I like that,
moniker,
right?
and
Oh,
Auto
yeah.
6.
Auto 6.
Auto 6.
Yeah.
is Art going to make me a shirt that says that?
But that's the next one that's coming.
Agent Ong
Rob-
Open,
Rob-
autos.
Yeah. Rob Pierce, I'd give a shout out to Theo about his running great tournaments.
I'm telling you, he
runs
does.
great tournaments.
He
so,
does.
Yeah, kudos to him, and and how about the opportunity that what you've given the people on the West Coast here? There's an opportunity to come here and bowl a really good tournament, and if you're not in that scratch division, you're still going to get some help to have an opportunity to make the finals in this tournament. So
Thank you.
great opportunity here in the lovely state of Arizona, just in the suburbs of Phoenix.
Well,
What a
I'm-
weird break for Chad there.
Yeah, a little light left to 2-4, left to
Did you see
2-4-10?
Yeah.
Did you see it spin though?
Yeah, it did.
I didn't see the mix.
It was the 4-pin. Was it the 4-pin or the 2-pin that spun? Something spun. I can't remember. I think it was the 4-pin.
GT3 right next to him. He has big feet. I just realized how big a man he is.
Not the
And I've
fact
known
that
him
he's like
forever.
6'8"
Yeah.
doesn't tell you that.
Every
It's
time I
his
hug
feet.
him, my head sits right in the middle of his stomach, belly button.
Hang on, I have to go
Short-
look
short
for
people.
this picture.
G-
I'll put it up on the screen for
Yeah.
everyone viewing at home. But
GT3, another great talent, right? Another great talent
Absolutely.
that can flat out play the game.
He also bowls on my team on Tuesday nights.
What a team! How'd you finagle that one?
So I'll put it to you this way. It's like the guy that runs the Lumberjacks. You ever heard of that guy?
Somebody says it's somebody that looks like me, but I'm not sure.
Look, I like to team manage. I'm not saying I'm the best bowler, but I recognize talent. So let's just say I put together a very, very strong team.
Clearly,
And we have our ups and downs, but I'm telling you, I have a very strong team, and I think we have a good opportunity here.
well,
it was actually in there. You passed it.
No, it's
Scroll
right.
down.
It's right here, but I need the photo right here. This is the photo I'm looking for. This one.
That's pretty cool.
This was my favorite thing ever, and they took a photo. I probably could find it if I wanted to spend more time. Hang on a sec. You all see it. And
Let the magician do her work. She is cruising through this thing. Crop it, make it happen.
I'm on it. All right, so we're gonna go back to. Is GT up yet? Is
He's
he
up there right
All
now.
okay.
Yep.
All right, we're going back to GT. All right, so you saw GT off to the left there. Now, here is for viewers at home. Obviously, GT has bowled some great tournaments.
He
all
doesn't
over.
fit. He doesn't fit in the camera.
He doesn't. Yeah. So one of the crosses at one point, he crossed with Rocio Restrepo, who, if anyone has met Ro, she's a little smaller, slightly. And this was at the 2016 U.S. Open, and they said GT's 6'5", Ro is 5'3", and so you can see side by side.
The big man that gets incredible amount of power on the ball and stable.
He has leverage for days.
Yeah,
with his
that's with a
height.
broken arm. It's right
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
see.
I remember get the steal.
I remember when it
that
happened.
Pitch
video.
starter baseball.
Oh man, I forgot about that until
Yeah.
you mentioned that.
I mean, look who's in front of us right now. So before we go to Westlake, Michael RC right here, he is the owner of Acclaim Garage Doors. He's one of our
cool.
amazing sponsors.
Wow.
He's right in front of us. And let me say something about him. He started bowling 1 year ago, or less than.
Impressive.
And there's a Southwest division of the TAP. He just won that 2 weeks ago.
Did he really?
Yep.
That's great.
Way cool.
Yeah. So
So he'll be going to Vegas.
He's also throwing the Belmo spare ball, right? Was he just up on 8?
Yeah, but he's on lane 9 and 10. He's going to make the spares.
Oh yeah.
here we
Yeah.
go again.
I'm just pointing it out. If our friend Brooklyn Rob's still around.
Oh, here we go, Sean. I got onged.
I got onged.
Oh, here we
Six
go.
count. I got
Yeah.
onged.
Ooh,
Oh,
ong.
oh,
I got
Now
stop.
that's a T-shirt. I got onged.
I got onged. I'll call Art up.
That one is a T-shirt.
Oh, here we go. I already hear that now at League. Or when I'm playing poker.
Listen, I
when
like
someone
this-
sucks out on me playing poker, they say I got onged.
I got onged. Okay.
Because it happens to me all the time.
I think
That's
this
it?
young, guy,
Oh,
Kyle
GT.
Ortiz, this Kyle Ortiz kid,
Mhm.
he throws it great.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
I think he's going to be all right. I've never seen him bowl before, but he's going to be just fine.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say bowl the Tat because I think we had those jerseys at the Tat one year.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Did he bowl the tap before?
Oh, yeah. He bowled the TAP this year. And then he bowled the military. So ever since he started bowling last year, Michael RC bowls everything.
Cool.
Like everything.
That's great.
So,
You can when you're young.
oh, yeah. I couldn't do it. My arm would fall off.
All right, Chad's back to the lane.
Where did
It's
Matt
me.
McNeil go? I think he's getting ready for the sweepers.
Yeah, he's resting up.
I don't want to intimidate the future entrance of the sweepers, but I do think Matt McNeil's getting ready for the sweepers.
Oh, like
Stop
like
it.
it's gonna go bowl?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And I read your post when Matt was bowling last
post?
week,
What's supposed
where
to say?
you said he's the most active.
The best retired
Heard-
bowler
no.
I've ever met in my life.
the most active.
the best, most active retired bowler I've ever met in my life.
So,
It's awesome.
So I was hoping to piggyback off of that while he was here, but that's not happening. I can't get him to do it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a cool camera.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it.
That's really cool. Never seen anything like that.
they're on it.
You just never know what you're going to see.
Nope.
But this is
True story.
This is game 6.
It is.
This is the last game of qualifying.
Now let me do a score check.
See if they're updated.
I accidentally closed out when I was looking for the picture.
Well worth it though, by the way.
I thought about it yesterday and I couldn't find it. All right, let's see here. Nope, no score check.
Might have been a pair up the high end or not done yet. What have
Yep,
you?
it happens. Wesley's in front of the ball return.
He's lofting it in the air and curving it like it is Tuesday League. That's impressive.
I thought that was a turkey, but it wasn't.
Where did he bowl 900? Did he bowl 900 here?
Yes. I just don't remember what
Was it
center.
in Arizona?
I believe so.
He bowled 900.
I can Google.
There's always that
you
was always
see
that
the
lesson.
benefits of having DB in the booth.
I'm good for something.
Bowls 900.
Actually, here, this is quicker. Hang on.
It was here.
Left field?
Glenn
Fair.
Glenn Fair.
So yeah, it's always easier instead of Google just asking the player himself.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
he's in the zone, right? You don't want to mess with him.
yeah, whatever.
Guy's in the zone.
Like, wait, he's right here. This is
Yeah, it's fine.
good call, Blair. Like, I didn't see him. So,
Although Kevin was coming with the answer too.
over 3 different pairs.
Same as
That's what's impressive.
Same as Jeremy Sonnenfeld.
Even more so than the 900 in general.
Jeremy did it too. It's the first one that
Ooh, look at that spare.
Jeremy Sonnenfeld's was over 3 pairs as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Red
Wow.
Pulse, Columbia Red Pulse. Back
Is
in
he
the day.
still bowling at all?
Jeremy, I don't know. I do know that he owns. I'm pretty sure he owns a bowling center in Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
I think he lives in Sioux Falls. What a bowler he was! My goodness, what a bowler! Man, how blessed am I? I got to bowl with some of these guys. Impressive. Basket bowlers knew exactly where it was. Glenfair Lanes on 7/19/2020.
He must have been there.
7/19. In case Wesley forgot, it was July 19th. In case you forgot, it was July 19th.
And John.
Now he is in the zone.
And John Verbal, speaking of the TAT earlier, the one that Michael Arce just won a couple weeks ago, John Verbal is actually the tournament director here for the Southwest TAT. So, hey, John, nice to have you in here. Hope to see you out here tomorrow or tonight. You see, we all work together. Different
Whatever it
tournaments, tournament directors,
Whatever
it
it
doesn't
takes.
matter. I mean, between John and Theo here and everybody else, and
Oh, well,
Jamie
maybe I'll go down and
up
throw
in the
some,
national
throw
TAT.
some practice pairs down there. Might get my swing going. Probably not, but that's wishful thinking.
It'll be on China though. It won't be on this.
China's what I need to be good.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know that I can hit the head pin right now. Look at this. Just tickle them.
Well, I am gonna let you guys close this game out. Thanks again for
Yeah, this is
having me.
game 6. We're about to close shop here. Looks like they got the struggle bus on lane 5. We got 41, finished with 41.
Someone dropped.
Somebody dropped out,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Looks like that kind of looks like my score up there.
That's what I'd shoot.
I'm pretty sure I know who dropped out.
It's all right. We don't need to.
No. I just wasn't
blast him.
sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No,
Hopefully
not
they're
at all.
not. Hopefully
I was
they're
just
not
trying to
injured.
figure out who it
Hopefully
was.
they're not
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're okay.
No, I gotta go check that out. So, and thank you again. I will see you guys at the sweeper.
Perfect. We'll be here.
Chat soon. Thanks.
All right. Tim, Mac,
Me and you, Blair.
and then there were 2.
And then there were 2.
Yeah.
I had about a 30-second break when I went to the little boys' room.
Yep.
Been talking. Whew,
Yeah. Welcome to the
nonstop.
party.
Welcome to the party.
We're here.
We are here.
Yep.
See if anybody's got anything interesting to say in the chat.
Alvin wants to know the cost of the sweeper. Let's look. $100 entry.
$100 entry for a shot at 1,000 guaranteed. And remember, just in the tournament here, your guaranteed load of cash is $500. That's, if you make it on your first go, that's double your money.
Pretty awesome.
Really?
I can't say enough good things about what they've done here at this tournament. It's
Yeah,
so great.
I love the advertising.
I know you can't see it on live stream because I have my brightness turned up. Hang on, I'll show you guys. The back panel is not blank.
Let's see.
There
Look
we
at
go.
see that?
Yeah.
See, this is where we were missing you at the tat. We couldn't pull this off.
Sure.
We would have had. The struggle was real there, BB. I can tell you.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you, Tim.
We needed you.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like I said, how many years ago? You need to be out every week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. So.
Good coffee just came back. Welcome back,
Look,
Matt
and that,
McNeil.
there's 3. It's the 3 amigos.
Yeah, Matt was just down there practicing, getting ready for the sweeper.
Yeah.
Had to drill him a ball. We drilled him a pin on the Axis Ion Max.
Yep.
So we're looking. The only problem is we didn't have his grip sizes, so we went with one regular hole and a semi grip in the other one.
There we go.
Wesley finally threw it just too far left. He's been hooking it in there actually. It's actually looked okay.
Yeah.
For that last shot.
So we just got a question about the attire. I don't see anyone wearing jeans, Vic. So I think it's slacks.
I did see somebody. Brett Wolf was wearing jeans yesterday.
Okay, so maybe there is jeans, but there is a finals attire.
Yes, there
and
is, yeah.
And that is shirt and casual slacks.
And there's a lot of nice shorts out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's Arizona.
Vic says he's too old to wear shorts. I don't think that's
Vic
true.
Karbowski?
That's what. Yeah.
Can't wait till he comes tomorrow. Come on, Vic. Drive up from Yuma. That's our good buddy that bowls the tat in the military.
Yep.
Appreciate
He's awesome.
Appreciate your
So
service, Vic.
Positive
guy.
You and Vic together in one area is like a little
Too much positive
sunshine.
overload.
It's like a little ray of sun. Like I just want to stand in between you guys, and just it would be great.
Your dark day gets brighter. Let's
Yeah.
go. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Matt? Like, are there 2 more positive people?
Oh, absolutely. And the best thing is you just follow them around to the video poker machines that are going to pay out because they know them all.
Vic is the king.
Vic is the king, man.
Vic
He knows.
Vic is
He knows.
King. We should call him King Karbowski.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to seeing you, buddy. Yeah, big fan of Vic. He's first off, want to thank him for his service. He's a military vet, and got a heart of gold and just passionate bowler. And when he gets it going, it's good. So let's listen. Bring your spare game, Vic, from Yuma. He lives in Yuma, Arizona.
Yes.
I think he's leaving his dog Storm,
Oh, he has
German
a dog
Shepherd
named
called Storm.
Should have brought the dog. I'll go
look-
hang out with him.
You can bring the dog. We'll take care of Storm, buddy.
Matt won't,
but,
but the rest of us will.
Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to seeing him and all the other players and all the other contestants and participants that are coming from wherever they're coming from tonight and tomorrow. It's going to be a fun weekend. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see who ends up winning because my flight's a little earlier on Sunday. But I know you guys will keep me updated and we'll get down to the nitty gritty and we'll see where we're at come Sunday. But we're still on Friday. Long way to go. And we're going to see where this gets to.
Absolutely.
What happened to Josh Kennedy? Josh Kennedy is now. He's looking at it like he's going to shoot about 150 here.
Deontay's got.
He's going to shoot 140 now.
Josh.
Josh, yeah, he's
Where's
got 100 and some in the 8th. He's down on 3 and 4.
So he shot 158 game 4 and 223 game 5.
Yeah, he's 53 over, so he needs 140.
He's got 120 in the 8th.
Ouch.
122 in the 8th. If he's clean, I think he's in. He needs 2 marks.
Deontay went 244 last game. What's he shooting this game? Or what did he shoot?
He's in good shape. He's 57 over, right?
Perfect. Oh yeah, he was 57 over going into this last game.
Yeah, going to the last game. So,
yeah.
So it looks like he's in good shape.
Trying to see how they're all kind of shuffling.
Is he still staying out, Matt?
Yeah, he's still trying to throw urethane out.
Purple hammer.
Yeah.
Again. Same thing.
I told you. I was like, yeah, he's still trying to do it.
Oh, baby split.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now if he doesn't make it, he's got a double.
Yep.
Hang on, let me show everyone this. You can kind of see it. It's frame 4. It's lane 4. It's all the way to the left.
This makes me want to drink coffee.
I have some. Here you go.
I've never had a coffee in my life.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine Tim Mack with coffee.
Never.
It's not sweet enough for you.
Here we go. 4.
Spare? Got it.
Made it. Yeah, he made it.
That was a lot of pressure.
He hit it like he knew it. Probably heard us. He's probably got a bug down here saying, hey, that Mac guy, that McNeil guy.
To heck with him.
Over there telling me,
to heck with him. Saying I shouldn't be playing out with urethane no more.
We love us some Vic, man. Thanks, Vic. Just get your butt up here. Give you a big hug. Looking forward to seeing you. A lot of splits down there on 3 and 4, guys.
Yeah.
It's 3 circles from
3 and 4 is rough.
Oh my God, there's splits everywhere. It's like
Sam Cooley made the 710 on 5 and 6. If you want to rewind, I think he made the 710.
I wish I could rewind.
Yeah,
I need the little app. There's an app that goes with the live stream.
I think if we go back and watch it, Sam Cooley made the 710.
Did he really?
I think so because we
missed it.
So he threw his first shot on the 10th. I saw the rip 7, so I have to imagine, and it showed 8 split. So I have to imagine the 10 stood with it. He threw his glasses into the back. He's retrieving his glasses, threw them into the back, so I have to imagine he's 710. And I look up at the scoreboard, and it says 8 spare.
I'm going to go ask.
Go ask. Tim, our sideline reporter.
Did he also ask if he broke his glasses? Because he looked at those, too. There's some heated energy this afternoon, Matt.
Well,
it's getting heated.
Yeah, it'll. I'll tell you what, bowling on this and grinding and doing all that will heat you up. We also are in the desert. It's hot.
It is
hot in the desert.
Yes. Oh, I switched the camera. We might not even be able to see it. That was my fault.
Uh-oh.
Man.
Oh, Blair.
I know. What am I doing?
I don't know.
Here, look, I'm doing double camera. We're not gonna miss anything anymore. We're gonna show everything.
Tim's got a smile on his face. I think he made it.
Did he make it?
So I did go down and confirm that he did make the 710.
Yep.
And his comment was, hey, I got to shoot 170 instead of shooting 150.
Yep.
Good spare.
Yep.
And just so you know, the glasses that went flying, they're not broken.
Okay, good.
There we go.
Yeah,
they're okay.
Yeah, good.
There
you never
we go.
know. That could be problematic for the whole weekend if you break your glasses.
Well, no, he said, listen, I can leave the 710 with my glasses on and I can make it with them off. So he might, the next time he's 710s on tour, I might have to say, hey, I might have to remind him of this moment.
Take those glasses off, buddy.
The true test will be whether I switched the camera before the 710 was converted, because I might have.
I don't know, but someone just said he did as soon as you switched the camera.
Yeah, we read that. So yeah, I might have. That's why we have 2 panels up right now, because I'm not missing anything. I'm just showing everything.
Okay. So
159.
Josh showed 159. That's going to get him there, or around the number that you say is safe, right? It's even, right?
Even, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to get him there. Looks like a clone.
Yeah, it is. That is a clone.
And my man Kyle is bowling 220 clean.
Solid.
Oh, sorry, 215. He got onged. Left the five split.
Ah, see, it was.
Did you see it?
Yes.
We got it.
I think Ryan said it was shown on stream. I saw it here.
We got it.
Phew. I'm not fired. It was close.
It's what we do. It's what we do, folks. What can I tell you?
That's the first time we've not clouded someone this weekend.
Boy, that was a quick shot on the rack there.
Yep.
Rack wasn't even
No, it doesn't
down
matter.
before
It doesn't matter anymore to
before
him.
Wesley went up there and
Yeah.
He's good.
It doesn't matter anymore.
it's a stone 9 from Chad. Lush.
Yeah.
Lush, you no good there, bub.
No, it was a bad shift. A lot of 9 splits for Mr. Loosh.
We'll have to ask him.
Lots of 9 splits. How about that game on 15? 9 spare,
7 bagger.
9 spare, hole, 240.
Then he got onged.
Yep.
Onged.
6-3 in the 10th. He got onged.
Yep.
Ouch.
There's another 7-10 on 4
I'm not touching it.
on the fill.
Oh,
Yep.
dang.
Well, it looks like we're going to wrap up here with our
Yes.
6th game, and then it looks like we're going into the sweeper, I guess, right? We're going to re-oil the lanes.
Yep.
A re-oil?
Sweeper at 6.
Sweeper at 6, and we'll
Sweeper at 6.
see how many people decide to test their skills and
$1,000 each
give it a
shift
go. Yeah,
for 100. It's no high roller sweeper that paid 10,000.
10
Pl-
for second.
Was it $20,000 sweepers
25 and 30, and
for 2 games?
yeah.
Yeah. I thought they were
The
10,000.
Friday sweeper on the high roller paid $30,000.
Oh my god.
$30,000.
In 19
Jeff Jensen won. Barnes won back to back the one year, and he won 25 and 25.
Oh my gosh.
In 1990.
5.
So that's probably like, I don't know, that's probably triple. So that's like 75 grand a day.
It's a lot.
Yep.
I won the one sweeper, the Tuesday sweeper. I won it in 96 when the earlier in the week sweepers were a little lower. It was 16,000, but
A little lower.
I shot 233, 300, and I swept the brackets.
Yep.
And then I won both pots.
That's a
like,
nice night.
Yeah, it was like $21,000 for 2 games. I was like, okay. Missoula running him out down there shooting 240. What's Mark Missoula have? If he's
He
close,
was grinding.
well, he's got 240 this game,
Yep.
so. He's going to get there.
Ooh,
That got him the plus.
Wow.
He was 21 under. He just got
Yep.
the 20 over.
Yep. Big
Mark.
big last game there.
Mark.
Big last game.
Big time there.
He threw a clean 189 on 3 and 4.
Well, it looks
And-
like he bowled clean 244, too.
yeah, he's a good bowler.
He keeps it right in front of him.
Great shot.
It's a good game.
Yep. Plus 20.
244 plus 23.
Yep.
Go to the pay window.
That's right.
Catch your nickel and go on by.
That was a good break for Wesley.
Well, it didn't matter. Wesley had a chat with me prior to coming back in the booth, and it just doesn't matter.
Well, we're wrapping up here in game 6 for the 2 o'clock squad. And
Yep.
just want to thank everybody that joined in on the chat and listened to our banter for the
Yep.
last,
Yeah, we had
whatever, 3.5 hours or
good
whatever
banter.
it was, 3 hours.
Some good banter.
Yep.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to you guys joining us tonight, 6 o'clock here, hours time. We're gonna close ship here with
Yep.
a 10th frame, and See you
Yeah, we
tonight.
can wrap it up, I think.
Are we good?
Yep, I think we're good. I think we're good to wrap
All
up
right.
here.
Follow the scores on Tournament Bowl,
Yep.
and we'll be back in
6 p.m.
Yeah.
6 p.m. sweeper.
Thanks for watching. This has been the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona. The preceding was a presentation of Storm Bowling, of Rotogrip, and 900 Global. Again, thanks for watching the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team.